Ha 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 ha. Hello. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Should all be fired up. Welcome in, welcome in. It is time to go racing, and I don't get to be at the track this time. Kind of disappointed, but also it's good to be home after a 10-day trip that was only supposed to be 5 or 7, I think. Maybe 6. So finally, we have made it back. Okay, I got time. I'm going to grab a Mountain Dew before the green flag. Boom! Got it. I needed my Mountain Dew to get the race rolling, but I also needed to get the koozie. Here we go. I'm seeing it on the screen now. They're shouldn't say leveling. They're lining them up 5 wide for the Fontana 5 wide salute, probably for the very last time. So the 5 wide salute for the final time. Enjoy it, because this might be the last time we're able to have that wide of a salute. Welcome in, Clyde. Welcome in, Denny Fan. It was good to see you guys. Welcome in, Elijah. Yes, it is cool to see the snowy mountains in the background. That's kind of a neat little, kind of a interesting look. That is a lot of snow. So right now they're going through just the Fontana. They're showing where it's at currently in the LA area. They sold a giant chunk of the real estate. We'll talk about that at some point. But yes. Did I get the 2 RP? I have not got anything done quite yet there, Clyde. Still actually unpacking, getting everything ready to roll. Now they're coming around to do the salute. But yeah, shoot me a message after the race. Possibly the last 5 wide salute. Yes, it's a booming real estate market right now, and so I can't even fault them for doing this to the track. Like, I don't think people realize when they say they sold the track, it's like, oh no, it got bit, and then they say we sold it for $500 million. It's like, oh, well, maybe that's a good call, because that's a lot of money. Like, that's a chunk of money that they could build 2 more tracks in other places. And when I say build 2, they're also, the 2 tracks that are here in or they could redo the Fontana track as well. So it's just like, yeah, there's comes a point where if somebody offers you, $2 million for something that, as good as it is and very cool as it is, it's worth less than $2 million, you got to take it, even if it's not always the most fun thing at the time. When I was at Daytona, I wanted to do the fan cam and give the entire grandstands the middle finger. Well, that's probably why they didn't pick you. I kind of want to do it too, but I was going to lick my camera. All right. Field getting the 1 to go. 1 to go signal. Notable starters. Cody Ware going to be starting 11th today, so keep an eye out for a great day on Cody Ware. Oh, just kidding. He's going to be in like 30th in 2 laps. But let's see. Storming from the back. Where should he see Reddick, Jones, Elliott, Byron, Briscoe? All of them have to come from way deep in the field. I got a feeling we're going to see him storm into the front. And it won't take too long. So get ready, boys. It's boys and girls. Sorry. Get ready, boys and girls. It is time. Sounds weird to the voice. Yes, but get ready to go racing. Yes, it was good to meet you. It was fun to go. I'm telling you, Daytona still sticks with me. Like that was a really cool track. I am gonna have trouble not going back. Especially when there's so many other tracks I haven't seen yet. Daytona was so cool. It's hard not to want to do that on a yearly basis. But maybe someday when I get old and retired, I'll buy a spot down there and then I'll just go to the Daytona 500 every year. That'd be pretty fun. Ryan Preece, not a bad call. I wouldn't I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan Preece goes out and gets a great finish. I keep an eye out for Kyle Busch. Keep an eye out for a couple of guys, but we're not sure yet. So green flag is coming out. I'm a little behind right now. They're just coming out of turn 4, so they're not to the restart zone for me. So remember, I'm behind, and the stream's behind. So unfortunately, until I can figure out how to get a live feed, I'm not sure what I can do. 200 laps, 400 miles, and we are green. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Christopher Bell on the front row. And off we go. And they are already going 3, 4, 5 wide in the back. Who is that? Somebody just shot up the middle. Look at that pack of cars. Ooh, Ricky Stenhouse just about wiped out Alex Bowman. Look at how dirty the backstretch is. Oh, we got somebody wiping. No, we don't. Wow, who is that? Stenhouse just absolutely doored Keselowski, or is that Buescher? That's Buescher. I thought they were going to wreck. How did he keep that straight? He hit him so hard. Holy moly. Meanwhile, Bowman to the front. And be careful, guys. Bowman may be the guy to beat today. He's got to win here in the past, but not just that. Blake Harris, new crew chief. Keep an eye out. He could be very, very good. My goodness, that backstretch is dirty. So much dust. Well, I think the Cinderella moment is over for Ricky Stenhouse. He has already fallen to 13th position. So very early on, we are seeing that that setup is not where it needs to be. So as fun as last week is, or was, they've still got a lot of work to do. Hello, Boost. Welcome in. All right, keep an eye out. AJ Allmendinger is still running in the 5th position. That's another thing to keep an eye. He started up there, but he has held and maintained his position with a lot of movement going on early in the race. He's been able to maintain that track position. Like I said, biggest loser so far is Stenhouse, all the way back to 13th position. Oh, Larson with a wiggle. Wow, there's a lot of wiggling going on. Man, it's crazy. Oh, man, I'm going to miss this track. This racing has been on edge. Also, yes, Xfinity tonight we will be watching, just so you know. So it'll be a separate stream, but tonight we will stream the Xfinity race. Alex Bowman is setting sail out there, throwing down some pretty good laps. 41 flat. That's not bad. Ooh, they're shifting. Noah Gragson up to the 20th position. Not sure where he started. This is a track that I think would suit Noah, so keep an eye out. He might be another one worth watching. Oh, excuse me. I got some hiccups. Now, as things have settled down, Ricky Stenhouse has been able to get one spot back from Corey LaJoie. So it does look like he got a little bit of ground back. But, yeah, it's a very interesting start because we got Bowman, Chastain, Logano up front. And, not a lot of movement. I thought a lot of the guys coming out of the back would have gone faster. I mean, Chase Elliott's only up to 30th. Jones 31st. Briscoe's still in 34th. Reddick 27th. Like, I thought those guys would have been a lot further forward by now. All right, so as we watch right now, we're taking a look at our top 5, which is Bowman, Chastain, Logano, Bell, and Allmendinger. Let's take a look. I'm trying to see. Yes, Bowman is, I believe. No, Logano's showing the fastest car on the track. But it could be a lap-to-lap thing. Who gets good air push, or not air push, gets a good draft off of each other and whatnot. Because Allmendinger just slid up. Bell made the move on him, or he tried to make the move on Bell. But because he had the lower momentum, now Truex goes to the bottom. Truex does not clear, though, and they go into the corner too wide. And Allmendinger on the outside. Truex is going to have to give him space. Boy, that was tight. What a great race we just saw those two. That is the type of thing that early in the race, who sticks their nose in there and just keeps it there? You know, that's only something AJ Allmendinger and a couple of other guys are going to like leave their nose in a spot where it's potentially in some big time danger. Allmendinger with a huge run coming up to the back, and he will push Martin Truex Jr. So he will let Truex go. Where's Ryan Preece? Ryan Preece is currently running Preece 28th. 28th. So a lot of room to go there. Another sip of dew here. Why are they killing the racetrack? I can go into it, but in the short term, the reason they're killing the racetrack is they can make a ish load, like a ton of money. So as much as I love this racetrack, when I heard the amount that they were potentially selling that chunk of land for, I can't even blame them. That's like someone coming up and buying your car worth about $5,000, and they say, "I'll offer you $50,000 right now." It's like, well, yes, take it, please. I as much as I love my old car, $50,000, have it. You know. Cody Ware to last in 9 laps. Wow, that's kind of pathetic. How bad is his pace? Also, where's the 15? Did they bring the 15? 15 is a charter car, so it should have to be here, I would think. Yaley, 32nd. Holy smokes. He's a second off the pace. I mean, they're running 41s and 42s. He's running 44. That can't happen. I'm sorry. It's time to revoke the charter on Rick Ware. You are too slow if you're that far off. You can't be that far off. Also, guys, competition caution on lap 20. Attack the Prius. I'd sell it. I like my car, but if someone came up and said that, I'd take it. That 42 isn't going to win. He's going to be winless this year. Let's see, where's the 43? He's been marching forward, too. I just thought Jimmy's expertise on that team could be very valuable. So he's up to 18th. I don't know where he started. Meanwhile, Eric Jones up to 27th. So, also, Chase Elliott making up some ground. He's now up to 26. So, slowly. It's not like Daytona, well, I shouldn't even say Daytona. You can't make up spots there either now. But some of these other places where you make up a lot of spots in a small amount of time. All right, Noah Gragson now. Oh, that's tight. He was going to try and slide up, but then Kevin Harvick was in his wake, so now he's side by side with Bubba Wallace. That is a battle for the 17th position. He's going to slide up in front of Byron. Truex now going around, or no, not going around. Truex and Blaney running side by side. Here comes Larson and Bell, I believe. So 20 laps is the distance for this first little opening stint. Then we have our competition caution for weather before we go any further. All right, so still Bowman, Chastain, about half a second between the two. So Chastain is starting to make a little bit of headway on that. Oh, Kyle Larson is on the apron. Did he tag the wall? Need to see that right side. What did he do? I don't see any marks on the car. So Kyle Larson on pit road. Man, he's got to be one of the favorites. Meanwhile, here comes Kyle Busch around Corey LaJoie. That's going to be the battle for the 11th spot, and Kyle Busch will take that spot. Keep an eye out for Kyle Busch. He has a lot of wins here. This is a very good track for him. Also, like I said, keep an eye on that 42. He's up to 16th position, now to 15th. Telling you, this is a track that Noah Gragson may come out and have a great run. I'm excited to see what he can do this year. So we're still waiting to see if we get an update on Larson. We haven't got anything for sure, but they are under the hood looking at Kyle Larson. He is going to lose a bare minimum here of probably 5 laps. Now, that doesn't mean he can't make them up. He's probably going to be the only car a lap down for the competition caution, stage cautions, all those things that can happen. So doesn't make him put him out of the race. Remember, Elliott came back from 3 laps down to take the lead, or almost take the lead before getting wrecked by Larson last year. So it can be done, but they got to fix the engine first. So he's coming back out, and I don't see any smoke, so it doesn't sound like it's completely blown up or anything yet. We got a caution on lap 15, and it sounds like it's for the 5. Oh, lap 15. Sorry. I thought the competition caution was 20. So Larson will get one of the free passes here, but they still got to figure out what's wrong with the car. So that's the biggest problem, is they need to do that. I thought they said lap 20, but maybe Bob had a different number from me. Two laps, actually. So he'll be a lap down, but they still got to fix the engine problem. So only lost 2 laps. That's actually pretty surprising. Oh, that's right. They are running 40-second laps. That's kind of slow. All right, so 17 laps in. They have already dropped, like, I don't know, 4 seconds off the pace. So the tire wear is pretty severe. Noah Gragson, 15th position. Kyle Busch in 11th. Those are some good movers. Ricky Stenhouse, I mean, I know I was, talking about him earlier. Once he got a handle on that car, he's back up to 9th. So he was able to really gather it back up. So Mike Joy is currently talking about the sale of over 80% of the property. So 80% of the property of Fontana, California has been sold, but for over $500 million, over $500 million for that property. I'm telling you, as much as you may love a racetrack, that is a deal you cannot pass up on. Now, they would never sell Daytona, but, Fontana, go for it. Ooh, we got some trash on the grill of Daniel Suarez's car. I hope the short track's good too, but they got to fix their short track package first. Every car heading to pit road. Nobody going to stay out on them old tires. There is no gamble to have here. Big pit boxes. That's a nice thing too. This track has very large pit boxes. All right, as I come up pit road, I currently see, is that Chastain is the leader? Now, again, this is not an official. I'm just saying as I see them pulling out of pit road here. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be Chastain. So Chastain will come out with the lead. Then it'll be Bowman, Logano, Truex, and Suarez. Kyle Busch 6th. And I can't see the rest. The rest is going to be a mosh pit back there. Just cars everywhere. I think they've got Larson all patched up, so they're going to find out if they fix that engine issue or not. I hope Sonoma will replace Fontana. I would love to see it on the schedule in this place, but I think we still need an oval in California. Especially you need something in Southern California. I would definitely want a track on that's an oval down in Southern California. I love these Progressive commercials. Can't have dirty garbage cans. Oh, wow. You can never be too safe with trash. Don't look at those hedges. They're a mess. Nobody's looking at your hedges. Oh, I love those commercials. Those are so funny. All right, let's hope the Chevys have issues today. Top 3 in 1, Elliott, Bowman, Busch. I don't know. I think Bowman's going to be the top Chevy today. That Blake Harris crew chief pairing is something I think has a lot of good potential. I wouldn't be upset at all if they used Rockingham as a substitute for a little while until the Auto Club's ready. So yeah, Kyle Busch came out 6th, then Blaney, Allmendinger, Harvick, and LaJoy top 10. Stenhouse 11th, Byron up to 12th. That's a lot of gains. 13th is Bubba, 14th Noah Gragson, 15th Austin Cindric. Bell loses a ton of ground, so pit stops are still a problem for those guys. And then down the list we go. And guys that, outside of Kyle Larson being 4 laps down, still trying to deal with that engine issue. Todd Gilliland, Cody Ware, Ty Dillon, Chase Briscoe still way back here, man. That is not a good look. Can we get your opinion on Elliott's Coca-Cola sponsorship? I am not a fan. Not a fan. Okay, Larson said behind the wall. All right, so Larson has gone behind the wall. I am betrayed. First, the best fast food joint in the Midwest, Culver's, swapped from Mountain Dew or Pepsi products to Coke. I wasn't thrilled about that. Kind of drove me nuts. Ticks me off a little bit. And all of a sudden, the very next thing I hear is Chase Elliott is now sponsored by Coca-Cola. Are you kidding me? Coca-Cola is just coming for everything I love. But they can't touch my own fridge. Can't have it. You can't have it. My fridge will always have Mountain Dew in it. Period. None of that mellow yellow crap. Yeah, sounds like Larson. If it's behind the wall, he's probably done. Ooh, we got some reference photos from Lionel. Need to save these. Those are important. There's some good tire marks on there, and a decent amount of confetti on the Stenhouse win. Oh, that's right. I'm also getting a Zane Smith. There we go. All right, got all the reference photos saved. That's what I need to do. Why is it so dirty? Why is what so dirty? Right rear of Christopher Bell. Sounds like was the hang-up. Oh, no. Truex has a pit penalty. He's going to go all the way to the tail of the field. All right, so Larson's car is currently being worked on. They're going to fix an electrical harness. This is why we have practice. Now, I understand they didn't know they didn't have practice. It was rain-related, but this is why practice is so important. This is an issue that they would have run into in the first 15 minutes of practice, and they would have been able to fix this and be good to go for the race. So this is just another example of why practice is important. You have to always remember that. It drives me nuts when people act like it's not a big deal. It is. Also, just look at the pit stall behind Martin Truex. That's Brett Moffitt's pit stall. They get to keep their stuff set up because no one's in it. Back to the green flag. Ross Chastain out front. He's got a good car length lead, and now it's Logano and Bowman side by side as they head off into turn 1. Third on the outside is Kyle Busch. He's looking to move up into the top 5. And he will do so. Great run. Oh, huge run on the top. Ryan Blaney. Wow, what a move. Ryan Blaney 4 wide around the top, and he has got a huge run down the backstretch. All the way up to 4th. Well done, Ryan Blaney. What a great run. I saw how much ground he gained. I thought that there was no way. It looked too much ground. You can't gain that much ground in a corner. Sure enough, he showed it. You can do it. And here comes Blaney for 3rd. He's underneath Alex Bowman, looking for the rest. Right now, we've also got a little stack up between, it looks like Byron and Allmendinger. Meanwhile, Noah Gragson up along the fence. Oh, who just fenced? Oh, I got to see that. Who was it? Somebody just absolutely stuffed Noah Gragson. He had a run on the high side and just absolutely got, I mean, he let off. He didn't hit him, but somebody absolutely chopped him. Because I saw him, he was about to rim ride the heck out of it. Ooh, that's a tight spot in the middle. Oh my gosh, these guys are going to go 3 wide down the whole front stretch? No. All right, he's going to get freight train now. Kyle Busch on the bottom. Yeah, I was watching. I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Brad. But somebody, he had a fender up alongside him, but they did not give him room, and he had to let out. That's definitely not something, as a rookie, you can let off to gain respect, but you can't do that forever because they'll just take advantage of you. He's still running 14th, so it's not like he wasn't gaining ground, but I'm impressed. I'm very, very excited to see what Noah's going to do today because I think a lot of people were acting like that 42 car was no good and he wasn't going to be able to compete this year. He's got a great line through the corner, too, right up on that fence. So Bowman wins the battle for 3rd. He'll run off. So it's Chastain, Logano, Bowman, Blaney. Suarez has settled into the 5th spot. And then we got Busch in 6th, Allmendinger 7th, Bubba up to 8th, Byron 9th, and Harvick in 10th. All right, so as we look at the current running order, Reddick up to 19th, Elliott 21st, Jones 26th, 25th. Couldn't quite see the Jones one. Oh, wow. Look at the... My word. Running the high lane gives you so much momentum. Okay, so the 9 might be fast. I can't tell or not, because he just made up a ton of ground. Oh, yeah, he went from 21st to 16th. Here comes Bubba. He's going to go 3 wide to the bottom. He's looking for 5th, and he's going to try and pull a slider, and it looks like it's going to work. So Bubba slides up into the 5th spot, going past Busch and Suarez, who were side by side entering the corner. Yeah, I thought Elliott was having a struggling day, but seeing how he was running through the pack there for a little bit, man, that car looks pretty good. You know, he might need to get a little help on the straightaways so he doesn't have to get too jammed in there, but didn't look too bad. And I will say, so far, this is our first green flag commercial break of the day, 26 laps in. I mean, is it ideal that we have this? No, but this is our first green flag commercial break. So it sounds like it's a lot better from last week, but in this day and age, you can't have green flag commercial breaks. You can't. Like, in this day and age, you have to have it not commercial free. You have to have no green flag commercials. You can't take people away from the action. You just can't. Noah's back to 19th, so I want to make sure that something happened to him. He was about a whole second slower, so it might have just been a really bad lap. This is exactly why I don't like commercials, because I don't know why Noah's back to 19th. I want to see it. Yeah, I just hope they just don't... I think Fox had enough criticism. They may tone down their ads a little bit and try to time them better, too. That may help. Because they did give you the first 15 laps, which is not... that's a pretty decent length compared to their normal standard. It shouldn't be, but it is. And then, of course, we got another about 14 or 13 laps in before we had this commercial break. So, could be worse, but they did have that free yellow flag that helped. So yeah, I hope Fox gets better because, like I said, that was unacceptable. Penn State, my home state college. Penn State. I'm trying to remember. Is that who's? Is there an ad for that? I'm not understanding. Oh, and college you're going to. Okay, gotcha. A Nittany Lion. Well, you're going to play the Hawkeyes a couple times. Should be a good game, though, because the Hawkeyes generally don't do much at all. Oh, there was an ad. Okay, I must have missed that one. And we missed the lead change. Joey Logano goes with Ryan Blaney to the lead. Great. That sucks. I really would have liked to see that. Oh, yeah, Bell squeezed him. So, yeah, I mean, Noah was definitely there, but they squeezed him anyway. Wow. I don't know. I can't even be that mad at Gregson for that. He didn't really. Nobody's giving him room. I mean, I know he's a rookie, but you know that's the type of thing that you remember later. And if someone's on your outside, you fence them. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that, man. So yeah, that's what happened to Noah. That's where he lost those spots, but he has recovered. He stayed in 18th, so he hasn't lost more spots. So he didn't probably bend or break a toe link. But we did miss Blaney and Logano going to the lead. So Blaney now the leader. Him and Logano made a run past Chastain, and now they are running 1-2. Yeah, I really wish we would have seen that. That would have been nice to see the lead change. I don't know. Fox talked about it. Have they shown it? They haven't even shown the pass for the lead. Ugh. Come on, guys. That's important. That's really important to show. Oh, where's Harrison Burton? Harrison Burton, oh gosh, 28th position. That's not great. Not great. Oh my goodness. Chase Briscoe in 34th. 17 seconds behind the field. He's not, I mean, he's getting legitimately outrun by J.J. Yaley. Oh, that's a hard day for Briscoe to start off. Oofta. That's bad, man. Yeah, for green flag, bare minimum side by side. You have to see the action. We missed a lead change and a car on the wall. Like, that's important stuff. Kyle Busch taking a look on Alex Bowman. And Bowman will hold the spot. Kyle Larson back on track. See him running down below, so they got that fixed up and ready to roll. 17 laps down, though. That's a few too many to make up. So he's going to need people to fall out of the race at this point. Although he's got fresher tires, I think. So he's probably going to rip ride past all of them and go to 16 laps down. Or is he 18 down now? No, he's 17, so he'll get a lap back the real way. Another commercial? You just did that at 27. Holy smokes, guys. Golly. They came back for literally 5 laps and then went straight back to another full screen break. I can't even get into the race here. Like, what's happening? I mean, watching the leaderboard, I can kind of tell. Denny Hamlin's moving up. He's up to 11th. But, man, that's a little frustrating. Noah's still in 19th, so he hasn't dropped too far. And like I said, 17th. But his lap times are 42.8s, or 42.2s, so he'll be trying to catch the leaders and run them all down. Yeah. This is kind of dumb. I agree, NASCAR news. Golly, we just went on lap 27. And now it's 35. So we went on 27. I think we got back. I don't know when we got back, but it's like we didn't even go 10 full laps. And that's like, I mean, you're literally showing, here's a lap time. So, it's not like 10 laps is a boatload of time. They're running roughly 3 laps every 2 minutes. Is that what I'm seeing? I think it's 3 laps every 2 minutes. So you shoot 10 laps is only like 7 minutes, 6 minutes. Like, that shouldn't be that far off. I mean, every 5 minutes, every 6 minutes, that's you got to give more than 5 or 6 minutes of action. Oh, man, fingers crossed, guys. Going into the next contract, that NASCAR put something forward in that contract about green flag commercial breaks, because it is actually not a good thing for the sport. You're disengaging people. You are actively pulling them out of an event they're invested in and giving them an excuse to change a channel. Don't ever give people excuses to leave your business. That's, in this case, it's a commercial, but in other cases, it's like walking somebody to your competitor and saying, see, they have this cheaper than we have it. Why would you ever do that? Don't ever give people an excuse to change a channel. Just a quick shout out, guys. We are now 37 laps into the race. Corey LaJoy still 13th. So, very good run for Corey today. Great job. I hope that team's made some good strides in the offseason. That they look good right now. Oh, AJ Allmendinger to the back. Something happened to AJ. He was way off that lap. He's all the way back to 19th. He was running 15th. He may have just gotten freight trained. We don't know because we're not watching the race. But if we were, we might know why. I don't care about the American Express NASCAR card. I don't care about DoorDash. I don't care about the plane or the flyover and all this stuff. Just show me the race. Come on, Fox. Larson's up to third. Not third, but because he has a little bit fresher tires, he's driven to the third spot on the track, so he's going to go get his lap back, or one of the laps back. All right, so 27 to go in the stage as we run currently. We are showing who's running. Ooh, got really close there between Busch, Harvick, and Bowman. Kind of tight. AJ's in 19th. Okay, so yeah, so he was able to stay to 19th, so must have just been one really bad lap. Maybe he got stuck on the bottom and got freight trained down a straightaway or something, but it definitely, he lost 5 spots in one corner, so hopefully doesn't look like the car's beat up, but it looks like it might have just been one of those situations. Oh, the Race Craze pit stops, yes. Hopefully, I haven't had any need for one yet. Holy cow, 14 is that bad? All right. Oh, here we go. LaJoy, Stenhouse, Keselowski go 3 wide. And meanwhile, Bubba goes by Bowman for 5th. Well, maybe not by Bowman. He might have already been in that spot, but... All right, so looking at it as we roll, Chase Elliott runs up into the 12th spot now. I don't know how he got there. It looked like they were battling, but he may have, by the looks of it, he may have pushed Ricky Stenhouse past both the other 2 cars, and that's how he found his way to that spot. They changed all of it. Look at that. Oh, Brad Keselowski is around on the backstretch. What happened there? Kept all the tires up. Oh, man, Brad cannot seem to keep himself out of trouble here. All right, so coming out of the corner. Let's see what happens. Oh, this might be LaJoy. Yeah, LaJoy tagged him. So Brad Keselowski goes around, but off the front bumper of Corey LaJoy. That was Corey LaJoy got tight coming out of the corner. And definitely that's 100% on LaJoy there. He just, I mean, you got to lift there. Made a mistake there. So he's definitely got to do a little better than that. But it's kind of weird. We had the 6, 7, and 9 car all there. But yeah, so that's something that I'm sure Brad will remember, but that's going to really hurt him because now he's going to have to go to the back of the field, and that's pretty much going to end his chance at any type of stage points, going forward. So, oh, and it stalled. Oh, no, he's going to lose a lap. Here's the good news. He will lose a lap, but he only has to battle Cody Ware to get back on the lead lap. So he should be able to get new tires, be ahead of Cody Ware when the stage ends in roughly 22 laps. 21, 22 laps. So in 21 or 22 laps, they'll have the stage end. As long as he's there, he will get the free pass. But the downside is his chance of stage points in stage 1 are gone. There's no stage points there. I'm going to say it and say no one else. Brad left a top 3 team for a team that will never be what it once was. Yeah, but he has ownership. Like, that's the thing. He looked at his future as now he's an owner. So there is a benefit to being an owner. That means once you move on from the driving role, you still have a big role to play. And I don't know. They were pretty darn close to winning the 500 last week. That Brad and Chris Buescher had a great tandem going between the two of them. So I won't knock it until we know for sure. All right, Ryan Blaney is out. Looks like he is the current first car off pit road as they roll. Where's our race off pit road? There we go. Elliott +4, big gain. Logano lost 2, Harvick lost 2, Suarez +3, and then a couple other +1s in there. Somebody's missing. Somebody dropped out of the top 5 and is not there. It might be Bubba. I don't see Bubba anywhere. Oh, there he is. Oh, man, Bubba came out like 10th. Came in 4th, so he's going to lose about 6 spots right there. So big drop for Bubba there. Busch too fast. Oh, man. That actually bums me out a little bit. That's all right. Kyle Busch coming from the back of the field is fun to watch. Oh, no. Why did I do that? No, I'm not disabling an ad blocker. What the heck? What is this garbage? Get rid of that. There we go. Okay. All right, so Kyle Busch, he'll get back up there. Brad or Chris Buescher, both those cars were absolute pushers last week. They were moving. All right, so Kyle Busch is going to lose that track position. He came out 3rd, so that's a big drop for him. And as we get ready to race for some stage points here, this is all going to start mattering when you get down to, when you get down to the point season or, the points and things like that, and who gets to get into the playoffs and have extra bonus points for that. So, but yeah, Blaney out front, Chastain, Busch is going to the back. Then it'll be Logano, Suarez, Bowman top 5. And then Harvick, Elliott, Byron, Stenhouse, and Hamlin, the rest of the top 10. Like I said, Bubba came in 4th, came out 12th, lost 8 spots on pit road. Man, that story of Bubba's career for the last couple years has been when they have a fast car, they just can't seem to hit any marks on pit road. They got to get that execution better. What happened to... I was tipping the pizza guy. Kyle Busch sped. What? Hey Clyde, they can use KFB if they want to use the acronym or the just KFB. That's fine. You can have KFB. That's fine. That's fine to have in the chat. I understand that what the F stands for, but it's not spelled out, so that's not really an issue. So yeah, if they want to use KFB, that's fine. Because as I said, KFB, he'll put that on his own. You know, he has his own shirts for that. So yeah, go ahead and don't mess with the chats if it's KFB. If they spell it out, then yes. But if it's just KFB, go ahead and leave those alone, Clyde. Just letting you know. All right. Lights are out. Blaney goes high. Chastain low. Logano high. And I can't see the rest of the chews because Fox won't zoom the heck out. Oh, for crying out loud. Fox, zoom out. They're zoomed in on the, sticker on the very front of Blaney's nose. You can't see anything else. Oh, they're so bad at that. Well, that's not good, because if he's not even thinking he was close on lights, that means their tacks are off. Just say that's ridiculous, AJ. No reason to. I mean, it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't enhance. So just say that's freaking was another one, or frickin' frackin'. I think that was the old Tom Grossi style, frickin' frackin'. So you can use those too. Yeah, I mean, just use your best judgment. You know what we're trying to avoid. So, also sellout crowd today at Auto Club. Shout out to Auto Club for their final race on the 2-mile layout to have a sold out grandstand. That's a great thing to see. Really sucks they don't have racing here for 2 years. All right, into the restart zone they go. Great push on the bottom to start this, and it's going to be Chastain and Suarez starting to drive away on the bottom. They're committed to each other, so. What Fox, your cameras are garbage. What in the world? Oh, man, the two... I can't see. Fox's camera work is absolute trash. Something's going on the backstretch. I can't see it because they're zoomed in on one car. Come on, Fox. Their camera work is trash. They're 5 wide, and you're showing one single car out front, and you're zoomed in so close on a logo to try and get a sponsor plug. Come on. That stuff drives me nuts. All right, now they're starting to get things rolling. I do not understand Chase Elliott selecting 5th on the outside versus 3rd on the bottom. Actually, 6th. I think he was 6th on the outside lane. Gave up 4 rows to start on the outside and has now lost a ton of ground. That kind of stuff drives me nuts. I don't understand. Why would you choose to go backwards? Ugh, whatever. Anyway, I can kind of see now. So it's going to be Chastain, Suarez, Blaney, Bowman in the top 4. Then Hamlin is all the way up to 5th. I saw he had a big run on somebody and had to pinch. I think he had to pinch someone pretty tight, and it got really close. Oh, here goes Elliott to the bottom, 3 wide around both of the 2311 cars. And he's going to get up, so he got all the way to 5th. Great move. Got up along the side of Byron while those two were side drafting each other, and Elliott gets both spots up to 5th. Good move on there. If they hadn't picked a terrible lane on the restart, they'd be in even better shape. All right, the 3-car breakaway out front, Chastain, Suarez, and Blaney. Then it's Bowman, Elliott, and it looks like Hamlin squeezed in there. Yes, Hamlin, then Byron squeezed in. They're in the top 6. Then it's Byron, Logano, Wallace, and LaJoy. Corey LaJoy still running top 10. What a job for him today. Still in position for potential stage points, coming down with 15 to go. How slow is Corey? I didn't see. How bad is Cody Ware? I mean, he's still... Oh, my goodness. 43.9? Yeah, he's 2.5 seconds off the pace. That's kind of insane. You have got to be better than that. So 15 to go in the stage. A little calm out front. They kind of got things sorted out for the most part. Joey Logano really did not get a good start on that restart there. He fell all the way back into the 9th position. And so he has not been able to go anywhere from there. So Hamlin's going to get by. A little piece of trash blowing around back there. Kyle Busch has caught up to Ryan Preece. That's for the 20th position. So he's made his way from the back to 20th. 15 more laps till the end of the stage. So we'll see where he can get to before the end of that. Only reason I'm watching Fox is for the cameras. I can't stand their camera work, man. Oh, they drive me nuts. They zoom in way too much. So Kyle Busch starting to make his way forward. He's up into the top 20? No, just outside the top 20. So got to basically just outside the top 20, and now it's going to get a lot harder. All right, Byron going inside of Hamlin. That's a battle for the 5th position as they head off into turn number 3. So Byron will go to the bottom, Hamlin up high. Looks like Byron should have enough speed to roll up and out of the corner, and he will. So the first 3 cars have broken away, then Bowman has a small gap, and then right now it's Logano and Bubba battling for the 8th spot, 13 laps to go. Race Craze, do you know where I can watch the MRN broadcast video and audio clips? I can listen to the audio on the NASCAR app. Yeah, I don't know for sure. I know somebody always kind of pulls and posts clips, but I don't know of any specific spot where you can just watch the race with MRN. I don't know if there's a specific stream or anything that has that already. So 12 to go in the stage, and we're going to go to commercial again? Ugh, okay. So we're going to miss until about 2 to go in the stage. Well, maybe not 2 to go, maybe like 5 to go, but still kind of annoying. So we're going to miss a little of this racing that's going on. Kyle Busch has now worked his way into the 17th spot, now looking for 16th on Christopher Bell. Chastain and Suarez still out front, so Team Trackhouse brought some speed. Here we go. At least it's side by side so we can still see what's going on. It's still not ideal to have more commercial breaks, but, you know. So yeah, Kyle Busch has already flown through the field, so keep an eye out for that 8 car. He is going to be a force to be reckoned with by the end of this race. Dang, it's going to be kind of fun to watch. All right, so 11 laps to go as we sit under the side-by-side commercial break. Chastain out in front with the lead, then Suarez, Blaney, Bowman, and Byron in the top 5. Currently, the only big-time shock as far as running up higher than I normally thought he would have been, Corey LaJoie, 13th spot still. Very good run for him today. All right, they're going to come back around. Ooh, that got tight. Priest got a 2-for-1 as Allmendinger slid Christopher Bell. And then Ryan Preece dropped below both of them and took both those spots. So that's running in the back half of the top 20. Busch up to 16th. So he had a pit penalty and has found his way all the way back to 16th already. All right, 10 to go. Still waiting on the commercial break to end. Eric Jones up into the 12th spot, so he's found his way to the front. Took a while to get there, but he has found his way there. So keep an eye on that 43 car as well. Another good run going for those guys. And currently the battle for the last stage points, Bubba and Truex. So right now that is 1 stage point between the two of them. Whoever ends up in front of the other will get it. The Mod Squad. Yep, Stenhouse still running around in the 14th spot. So I was worried. How fast he dropped back early made me nervous, but he has found his way. Was able to settle in, not fall back so bad. Yeah, Mike Joy just touched on this, but I was thinking about it last week. All the drivers that have won in the next-gen car is absolutely crazy. Because the guys that didn't win last year, like Stenhouse and Truex, won the first 2 events this year. Blaney didn't win last year, but he won the All-Star race. So if you're a guy that likes the next-gen car, just about every single driver has had a raced version next-gen car by this point. And it's kind of nuts because you got guys like Kurt Busch and Bubba Wallace and some of these guys that hadn't won in a while, and all of a sudden they've all got race wins. So kind of crazy. So Blaney trying to get by Suarez. Suarez doing a little bit of the air block. Yes, Busch is up to 15th. 7 to go in the stage. Ooh, Blaney got up there on the high side. We'll see what he can do here. Kyle Busch all the way up to 13th place. He may get stage points. My goodness, look at Kyle go. Eric Jones in 12th. There's some good runs going on. But, man, Kyle Busch from the back to get all the way to 13th with 6 to go in the stage. That's incredible. Yeah, the Monster Beast scheme was, man, there was so much potential, and all they did was lay that scheme out there. It would have been really cool if we could have gotten a like an all-green car or something. All right, here goes Jones. He's looking to the bottom of Bubba, but Kyle Busch is going to look to the middle. And who is this? I'm trying to see who they're watching. Man, Cindric not running real quick today. Christopher Bell back there a ways too. Yeah, there's a few cars that are back that far that is a little surprising. All right, looks like Blaney has found a way to get to Suarez, but can he make the pass? He does! Blaney to second. Four to go. Does Blaney have enough time to catch Chastain? Name my top favorite drivers in Cup. It's probably going to be Elliott, Gregson. Those are the 2 easy ones. After that, it's probably Allmendinger, Busch, Blaney. Yeah, probably Allmendinger, Busch, Blaney. I don't know. Ever since Busch got to that 8 car, it's hard not to root for him. All right, so Blaney's lap time significantly slower that last time by, so I don't think he's going to catch him. Oh, my goodness. Chase Briscoe lost a lap. Are you serious? Holy smokes. That run wasn't even that long. Man, Chase Briscoe is bad today, man. That's bad. How are you that slow? Yeah, Elliott looks like he might have a good short run car. They also may have set it up for a short run too. So, a bird hit Harvick's hood. That's kind of wild. Oh, his camera. Okay. So 1 lap to go in the stage. Chastain's got it by, I thought, a lot, and all of a sudden, maybe not, because here comes Blaney. We're going to find out this time by. He beat him by almost a second last time by, so let's see what he does this time. Oh my word, something also hit Bell's. Cameras are all broken. Man, if there was one more lap in the stage, I think Blaney would have got there. He really cut that down. Kyle Busch all the way to 11th from the back. That's incredible. I'm telling you guys, watch out for that 8 car. He is on a mission. I'm excited to see him for the rest of this race. I want to get a number 8 car. So stage 1 down, Chastain will get the 10 stage points plus the playoff point. Then it'll be Blaney with 9 points, Suarez with 8, Bowman with 7, Hamlin with 6, Byron 5, Logano 4, Harvick 3, Truex 2, and Elliott 1. Nobody else gets, of course, points because that's not how stage racing works. We're under commercial at the moment. And then we will be back for the cycle of pit stops. What was I looking at here? Oh, yeah, I was looking at this. So while I go grab another Mountain Dew, I can insert an ad, and then it should bring us right back. I'm going to try this. Let me know what happens. Alrighty, I'm back. I've gotten my next beverage ready to go. So good. So good. All right, Fox, let's go. Let's go watch some pit stops. Showing the stage points so far today. Trackhouse sure brought some speed this year. Hendrick, 3 of the top 10. So Chase Briscoe will get the free pass. Here we go. Coming to pit road this time. Bye. I'm still here. I don't know why you guys are chatting about it. I'm still here. All right, coming in this time by. Yes, Llama Racing Network. I do have that one coming. I did not get any dual autograph because now that I'm a dealer, it makes more sense for me to just not get the really expensive cars. I mean, some of those cars are, they're hefty. So, yeah, I won't be getting any autograph cars from here on out, most likely. But I will be getting potentially some special finishes. Maybe not of the 500 car, but of other ones. So, all right, here we go. Cars are in. I don't see any major issues on any stops thus far. Ryan Blaney. Whoa, that looks like a slow stop. Could be wrong, but that looks like a slow stop for Blaney. Yeah, something happened. Blaney's stop was slow. Looks like on the left side, but he's going to come out pretty far back. All right, coming out pit road, it looks like it's going to be Chastain, Suarez, Hamlin, Byron, Bowman. Oh, wow. Wow. I thought his Blaney stop was bad enough he was going to end up back in 10th with Elliott. They both lost spots. They're coming out 20th. Okay, so yeah, a lot of spots there. Oh, man. And Suarez to the back, speeding. So Daniel Suarez will go to the back, and we'll see if he can find his way back to the front. All right, so that was the interview with Ross Chastain. So, yes, going to the back of the field will be Daniel Suarez. Oh, good. It'll be Chastain and Hamlin side by side in the front row. Sounds good to me. That sounds fun. Restart will come up after this next commercial break. And don't really have anything else to share here. So let's go through a couple of the chats here. Lucky Elliott had the third fastest pit crew in 2020, fastest in 2021, and the second fastest last year. Yeah, he had good pit crews last year and the year before. Just had some tough luck in a couple spots. Last year he had a pretty good year. 2021 was a tough year. I mean, he still got 2 wins, but he could have won, good grief, probably 6 or 7 races in 2021. Just wasn't able to capture him when it all came down to it. And I think last year was one that some got away from him, some came to him. So, but yeah, we're sending a commercial right now. Oh boy, Chastain and Hamlin. I can't wait for their Chastain or Hamlin to just take advantage. You know, feel free to just sail it in low and then sail it up the track. And, you know, if you wiped or if you crowd Chastain a little bit, that's okay because he's, you know, he owes you more than one. eBay Motors. Interesting. We'll better get in. Yes, I do have that coming. Do I have one coming? I gotta look here. Let me look. I got an email. That one shipped, by the way. So that should be in sometime this week. Let me see how many I got coming. Yes, I have an extra. So yes, Llama Racing Network, I think that was you asking. Yes, there will be an extra Corey Heim on the website. So if you want it, I will put it over there. Yes, I agree, Diart. Noah owes him one. Let me look on the website quick and make sure there's one available. All right, coming around back to the green. All right. No, they haven't even chose yet, so it's going to be a minute. Don't care. Don't care. What happened here? Holy smokes. Look at all the dirt that came out of the car. That's crazy. Okay, yes. Llama Racing Network. If you want to get that one, there's one left on the website. So you would want to head over there and pick that up. So just letting you know, use the promo code RaceCraze to get yourself the discount when you're checking out. But I got one left on there. That's the extra one. So nobody's spoken for it yet, but I only have one. So if you do want it, head on over there. If you don't want to pay till next week or something, let me know. But I'm just letting you know right now, I have one left. So you will want to probably get on that if you for sure want to get that coming. I think we're gonna some dusty, dirty race wins this year, or at least this race. I don't know about the rest of them. Oh my goodness. The air hose got pinned under the tire. How does that even happen? That's crazy. So yeah, a couple mistakes there. That's going to really hurt him. So he'll have to be coming from the back. The good news is he's got 60 laps to do it. So he's got 60 laps to get back in contention to go get some of those stage points back. All right, on the backstretch, coming around, back to the green flag. I got to tell you guys, I think I have four orders that came in within the last couple weeks that are all going to be arriving this week or next week. Not a lot of big ones. The Napa Blue Def is in. The Children's Healthcare one is in. So a couple of Elliott ones are coming. Not a lot of raced ones, I don't think. Let me check this other one that came in. Oh, Suarez. The Suarez Sonoma is in. Anything else? No. Everything else is pretty calm. Yeah, everything else is good. So, back into the restart zone we go. Green flag in the air. Chastain high and Denny Hamlin low. Hamlin's got help from Logano for now, but how long does it last? Kyle Busch is already up to third. Are you kidding me? He had a penalty. Hamlin going to get away with the lead. Kyle Busch going to slide up in front of Byron. Byron going to... Ooh, he abandoned him. Byron jumped back up in line. So Busch losing a lot of spots by being down on the bottom. Oh, Byron just cut the air off to Busch's nose. That's not going to be a fun one to deal with. Ooh, good slide for Bubba. He really stuffed it in there, made it fit. Yeah, the outside lane is really just getting past anyone. So yeah, outside lane definitely dominant. Meanwhile, we do have a battle for the lead. Chastain going to slide job past William Byron. Byron won't cross him over, so he'll collect that position. Trying to see where Blaney ended up. Blaney ended up 14th so far, so hasn't made up a ton of that ground yet. But Denny Hamlin in the Sport Clips Toyota to the lead. He's going to try and run the bottom. Meanwhile, it's going to be Chastain and Logano running up in the third or fifth and eighth lane. I don't even know what you call them lanes way up there. All right, so Joey Logano goes to the lead. I thought he was going to have a huge run back there, but he did not. That was tight. Look at that run. What a huge car, or huge run there. We got a caution, but Fox is missing it. Come on, Fox. AJ gets turned out of line. And, oh, this is going to hurt. Yep, that's pretty good left hand connecting. He was running in 16th at the time. He was running with Bell. I don't know if he and Bell have any bad blood, but it appears that that's kind of where this all kind of took place. So we do have a caution. We did run about 6 or 7 laps under green, so now the question is, do you come in and pit? Oh, yep, looks like so. Blaney tapped the wall. LaJoie came down, and chain reaction ends up taking AJ and sending him to the left, and there's just nothing he could do once it started going that way. He just needed to get a little less wheel in it, and maybe it would have worked. Great job on Elliott there, running the bottom, get a huge run. Yeah, that's not really on LaJoie, because what happens here is Blaney comes down to LaJoie and kind of knocks him to the left. That's more just, that's just a chain reaction to being 3 wide. I don't know I can't really blame anyone specifically. I mean, if you had to put blame, it would be Blaney, because he did come to the left. He hooked left, and that's what turned him to the left direction there. LaJoie running up with the big boys, but not necessarily having a fun time of it. Everybody coming into pit, I would definitely potentially look. Yep, here we go. A couple of them staying out. I like this call. I think this is a good call to stay out. Save yourself a set of tires. You only have 10 laps on them. So what you're saying, what your gamble is saying, I don't think I'm going to fall all the way back to, say, 29th if you're Harrison Burton. I'm not going to fall all the way back to 29th in a 12-lap to 15-lap run, and if another yellow comes out, I'll get to come in first. I mean, if you can't get your track position on the racetrack, that's the best way to get it. Somebody's got a big tire rub. I can't see. It looks like it's Martin Truex Jr. Somebody absolutely clobbered him coming out of the pits, and it has... What happened here? He either has a loose wheel or somebody absolutely clocked him coming up out of the pits. Is it on fire? Oh, yeah, it's... Somebody clocked his fender. So Truex will be coming back around. Unbelievable. I don't think it's a tire fire. It looks like it's a big tire rub, though. So somebody must... I mean, that's a significant amount of tire rub. But Fox goes to commercial anyway because we don't need to know. That's not important. I mean, it doesn't really change the race, you know? Like, what really changes within the race now that we have, you know, the 19 smoking like that? Like, that's not a big deal, right? That's not something you need to cover. It's nothing. No big deal. I love it. Great call. Noah Gregson's going to be starting third. I don't think he's going to stay there, but I love the aggressiveness. I love the willingness to be a little aggressive on the pit strategy. Love it. Great call. So Dillon, Preece, and Gregson stay out. Then it's going to be Logano, Hamlin, Chastain, the first 3 on tires. And then you just sort of trickle back through the running order to find the rest of them there. Let's see. Did Ryan Blaney... Oh, man. What the heck happened to Blaney again? Ryan Blaney lost another 10 spots. Holy smokes. Okay, the tire fell off. That's what I thought might have happened. I thought that was an awfully aggressive... Do I have to turn the stage to... I did not. I did not have that radio on. I can't have radio. Remember, I gotta have my I have my headset on so that way I can listen to what I can. But otherwise, I can't broadcast it through the computer, you know. Okay, so the rim fell off the 19. That's good. That means there's no damage. But the downside is he destroyed a set of tires. Let's see. Tire off. Okay, MRN gotcha. Good job, MRN. They're on it. Meanwhile, we're too busy. We can't, you know, we can't know. That's commercial time. All about commercials. So, great. I would love to agree with you there, Keon, but it's Brett Moffitt's turn to win. He's got Ford equipment. I don't know how much their alliance is, but I don't care. We're going in with blind loyalty today. Brett Moffitt wins at Fontana. No question about it. What happened to Elliott? He's running 14th. Elliott's running 14th. He's not that far off. He just had a bad pit stop. Oh, there goes the wheel. Okay, I see. All right, another tire has come off the car. And here's my problem, guys. I said it last week. I talked about it during the duels. I've talked about it a million times, and I will continue to talk about it. Cars having wheels falling off of race cars is a problem, period. And their idea of, we'll just penalize you a lap, that doesn't fix the problem, does it now? Because this is the problem I have with it. If that's under green flag and that wheel goes up and gets hit by a car and goes into the stands, someone could get seriously hurt. And the problem I see is NASCAR doesn't think it's a problem. And when it finally happens and somebody gets hurt, I'm going to stand here and have to scream at NASCAR for their stupidity to not look forward and say, hey, this is unsafe. It's not about entertainment. It's not about gaining a competitive advantage. It's about safety. But instead, they're just so dedicated to this car has to look a certain way. So we're not getting rid of the one-lug design, even though thus far it's been a complete failure. A complete failure. You can't have it. You can't have wheels falling off of cars. You just can't. I don't understand why people are just willing to accept wheels rolling off of race cars now. That's not safe. IndyCar doesn't allow that at all. They have giant tethers that hold them there. All right, anyway, back to the restart zone. Dillon and Gragson on the high side. Priest down low. And they get a good run going up along the top. Hamlin goes to the back of Gragson. Gregson's going to go to the way top of the racetrack. Good run. Good run through 1 and 2. Here goes Noah Gragson on the high side. Go get there. He's got a good run. He's got a really good run. Noah Gragson to the lead. I don't think he's going to hold it, but still, I'm going to enjoy the heck out of it while he's there. Noah Gragson to the front. Heck yeah. Love it. Good. I love the aggression on the pit strategy. That is what I want to see. He's going to get at least a lap led. And it's not a huge thing, but it's something. Oh, please lead it. He led it. Okay, good. Logano has a huge run, and so he got right up to him and already swung by him. But Gregson's still running way up high. Oh, Hamlin goes and tries to shut the door. Gregson's there, though. Tell you what, those old tires are hanging on. I thought Hamlin and Logano were just going to blow his doors off, but, I mean, he held it there. All right, so he's fallen back to 5th in just a kind of a handful of laps. And Corey LaJoie has gone for a spin to the infield. So we got another caution here. Only 2 laps on your tires. Now, is that too many? That's the question. If you're Noah Gragson, you're back to 5th. Dillon is 6th. Priest is 9th. Do you pit here? Because everyone else only has 2 laps on their tires, so you're not going to have a huge advantage. And it looks like is he going to wash up again? No, that's Tyler Reddick just dumped him. Yep, Tyler Reddick just straight up dumped the 7 there. I thought that was LaJoie, but the 45 just wiped him out. I think he got loose, so I don't think it was intentional, but that was a significant slide up the track to dump him. That was not like a slight tap, because when LaJoie dumped Keselowski, that was a slight tap. This was quite the wipeout. This is interesting. What do you do? What broke on Elliott's car last week? I think it was a toe link. I knew he was done. I was actually sitting in that corner, and I was like, oh, he's going to make it through. He's going to make it through. And then I saw how hard he hit him right in that wheel. I'm like, he's done. That thing ain't going to run. So, yeah, I think it was a toe link or something on the front. Or it was one of the left side wheels, but the 43 hit him so hard in the door, I knew instantly he was done. Kurt Busch was better than Reddick in the 45. I mean, let's give Reddick a chance here, guys. Like, let's be completely legit here. He's had one race in the 45 thus far. This is his second. That doesn't make him wiping out LaJoie any better, but just saying. Now, so here's what the question is. If you're Dillon, Gragson, and Preece, what do you do? You're on old tires in the middle of the field. I mean, they held on all right. That's something that's definitely going to be noted for later, that on 10-lap old tires, starting up front, you can hold the lead for a lap or two. So if you're 24th, you may not win the race on it, but you'll get a top 10 out of it. So it's definitely something worth looking at. Yeah, Reddick was good in the 8. I think his crew chief was really good because Kyle Busch hopped over there, and they're instantly top 5 contenders. All right, I believe Noah is pitting by the looks of it. I'm assuming Dillon, Noah, and Preece are going to pit this time by. I don't know what else they really could have done. They're going to be sitting ducks in dirty air with those tires. You know, they needed that thing to stay green and spread out before they could get another yellow. 2 laps was not enough. They needed maybe 7 to 10 laps, and then they could have, maybe held on to the back half of the top 10. That was what they needed, but they didn't get it. So, was it a good gamble? Time will tell. But it's definitely a good learning curve going into, late race. If they decide to pull a 2-tire stop or something like that, there's opportunity there. So definitely something worth looking at. If you could pull a quick 2-tire stop and gain 10 spots or something like that, there might be some potential in there. Did Gragson pit? I don't know if he did. I think they left him out there. I don't see him on pit road. We're going to have to see when the scoring updates. Yeah, 14 is still in the pit, so they're really trying to diagnose what's going on with Chase Briscoe's car. Clyde, I think you might just want to jump off his bandwagon. He's not going to be the guy worth being a fan of. Sorry for your loss. Time to root for Brett Moffitt to take the 4 car. That'd be pretty fun, right? I mean, you got to root for the 4 car, and then if it's Brett Moffitt, we can just be the best friends ever, right? That'd be so easy. Oh, that's right. This is the race that, to this day, has a little interestingness. Yeah, Circle B number 4 car. How about that? This is where Logano wipes out Denny Hamlin and breaks his back, and literally to this day doesn't feel bad one bit. I mean, this specific incident is one of the reasons I can't stand Joey Logano. After the race, he said he gets what he gets, and that includes a broken back. And, he did an interview with Graham Basinger like 2 weeks ago, and he still said the same thing. He said, I wouldn't change a thing. He'd do it all over again. He'd wreck him and break his back again. And it's like, that's not, I can't like that. It'd be one thing if he and Denny had made slight contact, but he started on the bottom lane, washed all the way up into Denny and hit him. He didn't even try to make the corner. He said he was just going to wipe out Denny. So I can't get behind that. I have a big problem with guys that just wipe people out and just say, "Oop, oh well." Like, sorry, I can't get behind it. I'd like to, but I don't know. There's something about the idea that it's like, on the racetrack is whatever, and then once we get off the racetrack, we get to do whatever we want. So, I don't. I mean, yes, Hamlin definitely got into him the week before. I think the term he wrecked him is a little strong. Joey threw a really hard slide job, which, by the way, were not super common in 2013 at Bristol, and Hamlin got into the back of him when he pulled that big slide job and spun him. So that was generally what happened. If you pulled a slide job in NASCAR 2015, maybe 2013, but 2013 all the way back to like 1990, if you pulled a real aggressive slide job, you got dumped. That was just how it happened. So yeah, I think that's the one thing that I will have to, I always got to point out, because the racing etiquette was just different. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It just was different. So I don't know. The frustrating part to me was just the complete lack of, self-awareness, or, kind of just the, if somebody bumps me and I spin out, then they wrecked me. But if I bump somebody, it's just hard racing. That's a double. He's too double standardy on himself, and I don't like that. He bumps Matt Kenseth at Kansas, and Kenseth spins out. But Hamlin bumps him at Bristol, and he spins out, and he wrecked him, he hooked him. It's like, well, hold on here, Denny ran him out of room at Fontana, so Logano hooked him. No, that's not even close, dude. If you watch that replay, Hamlin ran the middle lane, and Joey Logano ran the bottom lane. And Logano ran all the way up into Hamlin's door and then was washing up in front of him. He was pinching him into the wall, and so Hamlin turned back to the left. That's what put Logano in the wall. But, yeah, if they had just run their own lanes, Logano on the bottom, him in the middle, they would have drag raced to the finish line. But Joey doesn't race like that. When it's for the win, he's going to wipe the guy out next to him. He's not even going to give him a chance to finish the race. That's what drives me nuts. Kyle Busch will race you side by side to the line. He will race you all the way to the line, and if he beats you, great, and if he doesn't, oh well. But he will race you to the line. Now, the Larson-Chicago incident is the one example I will say, yeah, he didn't race him to the line, but Larson put him in the wall first. So, nobody really cares, because it was kind of like, well, he took a cheap shot at Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch took a little cheap shot back. That's fair game. Kyle wouldn't have done that without that earlier thing. All right, oh my goodness, we've got a massive pileup. This restart zone has been improved, and Ryan Blaney's in it. Ryan Preece is in it. The 10, the 77. Wow. That's embarrassing. Best stock car drivers on the planet, guys. Oh, God, that's embarrassing. I'm going to put that in the highlight. Where do I put that? Create highlight video. Oh, I don't want to do all that. Yeah, I'll cancel. I just want to mark it, save it. Add stream maker. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I just wanted to mark it. Either way, all right, let's find out what happens here. That's kind of embarrassing. Ugh. Bunch of brake checking going into the zone, and this is the crap that happens. And the problem I have with it is it's the same freaking people that do the brake checking into the restart zone every year. It's the stupid Penske cars. And now they've tore up half the cars in the back, but NASCAR won't penalize them and send them to the back for brake checking. Cruising into the zone, and then you have to stab the brake. Just stupid. Stupid. Wow. Yeah, it's just short track racing. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, man, look at how hard his head moved when he got hit in the back. That looks painful. I hate... This is the thing, but here's the problem. I can blame the Penske cars because... And I say Penske cars. It was typically Joey and Brad. But at the end of the day, it's NASCAR's job to officiate it. So if NASCAR sees a guy jabbing the brakes in the restart zone, throw him to the back of the field. No warnings, nothing. Send him to the back. You cannot allow that stuff to continue. So Harvick wasn't in it, so we're good there. But like I said, I've noticed that a number of times. I think 2019 Kansas was one of them. And coming to the restart zone, jab the brakes, go forward, and then there's a pileup behind him. And it's like, you can't let one car wreck the field because they're too stupid to restart correctly. Because that's what happens. When this mess here is what happens when you stab the brake while everyone else is going fast or trying to accelerate. It doesn't make the sport look better, So, under another commercial. Woohoo! I'm going to insert another ad, I guess. I don't even know what this does. Does it pop an ad up on your guys' screen unless you have premium? I don't know. I just hit that button because it's a commercial type, so I don't have anything I can add for you. But, I mean, come on. It's such an ugly look, you know? I kind of want to see what the heck stacked that restart up. I need to go find a replay. I'm sure Bob's got one. Bob! I don't see anything. We need Larry Mack on the booth. He'd be exciting. There's a little bit of a lack of that right now. We need, like, without AJ in the booth, not AJ, Larry Mack. Without Larry Mack in the booth, we're just missing some excitement. Almirola and Priest are out of the race. They are out. Wait, is the 16 still running? No, I think he's out. Kind of trying to find a replay here. Diehard 8838 says Penske loves checking the lines to get a run. Joey did it in the 500 to almost win last week. Yeah, no, like I said, they've done it for a long time. Like, I'm telling you, I know they've done it forever. It frustrates me because it creates crashes. You might remember a certain restart in 2017 where Brad in the 2 car jumps the restart at the Brickyard, and it stacks up everybody, and literally, like, there's a massive pileup on the front stretch because they didn't even get past the restart zone. It looked just like that, but at Indy. And it's the same problem. And that's what drives me nuts. So watch Joey here. Look at that brake jab. That's the crap that pisses me off. He brake checks, and again, he doesn't have to deal with the consequence. It's the cars in the back that are now crashed that have to deal with this mess. This is why I mean, give him a warning this time if you have to, but start sending him to the back because he's never going to stop doing it. He wrecked 5 cars because he wants to brake check the field. That's ridiculous. He's done it for years, and it needs to stop. Yeah, look at that mess. I mean, all the way to the back. Look at all those cars getting jacked up. That's all because Logano wanted to jab the brakes. Oh, wow, they already have the video on YouTube? That's fantastic. But, I mean, at this point, I don't need the video because Fox just showed me the replay, and they showed you exactly what happened. And like I said, the problem is NASCAR does not have anyone running race control to officiate it. NASCAR race control should have the official up there saying, post the 22, send him to the back of the field for messing in the restart zone, brake checking, whatever the penalty is. But you can't have the leader stab the brake like that. You're just going to create more and more cautions. Oh, man, that 20 car is destroyed. I think they're going to try and make a couple laps just to gain a couple spots. That thing ain't going to run. If you can see the tires on it, they're all destroyed. 20, 45, 10, and 41 done. 4 cars are fully out of the race. I believe you do whatever it takes. I mean, not wreck half the field. That's not in the sport of racing. You know, that's the same logic of doing whatever it takes in football, meaning I'm going to hit the quarterback after the play and break his ankle because I'll take a 15-yard penalty and Mahomes out of the game rather than having to play against him. That's not in the sport of, yes, you could theoretically say, hey, look, it's, doing what you got to do to win, but that's, there's a certain limit to that you have to put a stop to it. And that's where that comes in. If you can't get to the restart zone and you can't get a good restart, you shouldn't be jabbing the brakes and wrecking everybody behind you. That's not a good way to solve that problem. In my opinion, if they want to give the leader a fair advantage, then just give them a single file restart. I don't care about two file restarts. I don't think they're that crazy. I don't think they really help you that much. Cars will find a way to get side by side when they're faster than or slower than each other. You know, I don't think you really have to have that. So if you really want to give the leader an advantage, do that instead. But I don't think putting position like that, where he literally wrecks 4 cars out of the race with a brake check, I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think that's a positive thing that we should be aiming for in this sport. Wow, that is a corny Menards commercial. I'm fine with beating and banging and bumps and runs. Yeah, no, I mean, there's a little bit of that bumping and running thing. It's the brake check. When everyone else is speeding up and you slow down, suddenly we're not talking about you going 2 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour. You're talking suddenly the car in front of you is now going 20 miles an hour slower and you're 2 feet from his back bumper. So there's nothing you can do but ram him. So it just frustrates me, you know? Yeah, I don't know how much damage Blaney has from that incident, but he was running 10th, and yeah, it's just, like I said, it's frustrating because it was so unnecessary. That's what drives me up a wall. You didn't need to do that. That was so unnecessary. Harrison Burton has found his way to the 13th position after half the field crashes out. I mean, I'm not even kidding when I say that. Like, Ty Dillon was in that wreck. He's in 24th. Everyone from 24th to 36th was in that or involved in something. Oh, wow. That's bad, man. That's really bad. Yeah, Logano got Priest, Bell, Reddick, and Almirola, all because of a brake check. Well, that's what I'm saying. If Joey had that happen to him, he'd be crying about the restart zone and, hey, people are brake checking in the restart zone. That's not fair. And that's my problem. Again, I don't want anyone brake checking in the restart zone. So if that happened to Joey, and say it was Ross Chastain that did it, I got the same problem. Because people shouldn't be getting wrecked on restarts. That's not good. That's not good racing. I want to see them settle it on the track, not before the start-finish line and getting crashed. Did they red flag this? No, they're still under yellow. All right, they're lined up again, 2 by 2. As we get ready to go green, it's going to be Logano on the outside again. Hamlin on the inside. Chastain will be behind Logano. Let's pray that we have a clean restart here. He's doing it. No, he didn't. Okay, good. I saw him coast for a second, but he didn't jab the brake. So that's you can coast, you just can't hit the brake. Because, yeah, I saw Chastain close up really fast to his bumper, which always makes you nervous, but he got on there cleanly. Is William Byron going 3 wide for the lead? I think he is. Hamlin to the lead. Logano to second. Chastain to third. Busch to fourth. And look at that freight train just go by William Byron. Noah needs to stay up top. He needs that top lane because he doesn't have the tires. But I will say he's holding on pretty well. Great job. So Noah Gragson still running in the 6th position, but just hanging on with the old tires. That's pretty impressive. Six laps, getting into halfway. Currently watching the battle with Stenhouse and Bubba. That's a battle for the 6th position. Bubba's going to go to the bottom. It says 7th. Oh, I think they missed whoever's in front of Bowman got by. So, yeah, it's a battle for 7th. Oh, boy, it is getting tight back there in the field. Noah Gragson with the old tires is starting to find out why they're old as he falls back. It's a good gamble still because he was running in the 20s. He stayed away from all that carnage and now finds himself running in a lot better position. Now, Ryan Blaney's 10 seconds off the pace right now, so I think Blaney's day is done. And that's all due to his teammate, which is really kind of frustrating as a Blaney. I like Blaney, and I don't like to see his days come to an end on garbage. Where is he running? There he is. 43.7. Yeah, he's not even close to on pace. So, yeah, right now, unfortunately, it looks like Blaney's day is, as far as being competitive, is pretty much done. So, unfortunate, but, sometimes, as they say, when you're playing around with squirrels, you get hit by the nuts or something. Something like that. I can't remember the phrase, but anyway, same in 2021 with the whole Harvick incident at Las Vegas. Elliott moved on. Harvick was still, that was 2021. I don't know. I thought that wreck at the Roval pretty much ended most of that controversy because he literally trashed the best car in the field and then proceeded to trash himself running away from him. So, at some point it's kind of like, well, I guess karma can bite you pretty tough. All right, coming off the corner, Suarez is going to take that spot. I'm watching Chris Buescher, though. He is one spot back and has a huge run. Meanwhile, we got a battle for the lead. Here comes Chastain to the bottom on Denny Hamlin. He's going to pull whoa! He pulled a really aggressive slider. Holy smokes. He just took all the air off of Hamlin's nose. Man, Hamlin is going to have to just dump him at some point. That's the kind of stuff that's going to drive him up a wall because he could have just taken the low lane and pulled a nice slow slider. Instead, he pulls right up in front of his nose on the corner entry. Oh my goodness. I mean, I thought he was going to full-blown take him out. Battle for the 6th position. Suarez is back. Pit penalty and all. He still found his way back. So up to the 6th spot. Currently battling with Alex Bowman for that spot. And let's go back and see that Ryan Blaney. He's running 44.12. Yeah, his day's done. So unfortunately, Ryan Blaney out of the race. And, man, that sucks. That's unfortunate. All right, 30 laps to go. I don't know. I think they can make it on fuel, but a set of tires may actually be beneficial. So Noah Gragson I don't think has enough fuel to make it to the end of the stage. Everyone else might. However, if Noah does decide to pit with, say, somewhere around 20 to go, he should have enough laps to unlap himself if he needs to. I love the gamble, though. I love taking a chance. All right, Logano goes around Byron, and now Kyle Busch closes in on the back end. Meanwhile, Kevin Harvick already to the inside of Bowman. He's already up to 7th. Kevin Harvick with some great laps the last couple laps. I mean, laps equivalent to, almost close to the leader's pace. Oh, Eric's mad. Let's see. I'm going to listen to the replay quick, or the interview. Yep. Yeah, drivers are you're doing too PC. Just call it out. If you're mad about the leaders, say it. Come on, Eric. Fans would love it. Fans would love it if he came out and just straight up said, these leaders are acting like a bunch of you-know-whats. We made it to halfway. That's a good sign as far as getting the race in. For Xfinity, though, they still got to get in tonight. And I don't see anything on the radar, so we should be getting to the end of the race here. Now, Chastain has gotten past Hamlin, but has not drove away. Hamlin is still hanging around about a half second to a second back. Oh, hold on. What am I trying to do here? There we go. Can't see the chats. There we go. Now I can see them. All good to go. All right, so out front it's going to be currently Chastain, Hamlin, Logano, Busch, kind of a 4-car breakaway. Then it's a bigger gap back to Byron. Then there's Byron, gap to Suarez, back little gap to Harvick, then back to Bowman. Then there's a big stretch of cars all the way from Buescher back to, not Larson, but Elliott. So Buescher to Elliott, 9th through 13th are all really close together. Looks like Busch and Logano battling for position. I'd love to see it, Fox. Fox, come on! Fox, please show me where he's running. There's a battle going on for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and we can't see it. There it is! I don't know where Logano went, by the way. So Kyle Busch goes by Hamlin, but where's Logano? Okay, he's back there. So we missed all of that, unfortunately. That would have been fun to see because it was Busch, Hamlin, and Logano all jockeying for position, but we missed it because they were showing a guy standing on a fence. Come on. Yeah, no, if you watch how Kyle Busch throws slide jobs, that's how you do it correctly because your job is to say, I'm taking air off you, but you see that I'm going to so you can prepare for it. So that way I don't wreck you. Like, he's not going to try and wipe the air out so that you crash. He's just saying, I'm going to make you lose enough grip here, so, but at least you see me coming to do that so you can kind of prepare for it. Kyle Busch coming for that lead. I hope Kyle wins it. That'd be cool. I told you, got to watch out for Kyle Busch this year. I think Kyle Busch might win 6 races. I mean, I think he might have that kind of year. I mean, look at what we have, though. Look at our front 5. We have Trackhouse, RCR, Gibbs, Penske, Trackhouse again, Stewart, Haas, Hendrick. I mean, it's just all over. You know, we've got Eric Jones. He's running with a different team in 13th. Stenhouse is in the top 10. Buescher's in the top 10. I mean, I'm loving what this car can bring at times. I just think there's a couple small tweaks they could make that really make this car take off even better. Just a couple small things. It would literally be just putting the regular 5-lug pattern on it with the regular tire. Because this car has a wider tire with too much grip. So you take a little more grip away. Oh my goodness, these would be fun to watch. Like you guys, oh man, Zoe pulling some very aggressive block in there. So it looks like Joey's got a pretty good long run car. He's starting to take off. Unfortunately, like I said, I believe Blaney's done for the day. Has he parked it yet? I don't think he made minimum speed, so. No, he hasn't, so I guess it's still rolling. But yeah, Blaney is off the pace significantly. Meanwhile, Noah Gregson's about to lose a lap as well on those old tires. So unfortunately, the timing didn't work out. But if I'm Noah Gregson, the minute I go a lap down, I'm coming back to pit road, and I'm putting some tires on it so that we can try to get that lap back. Because you'd be about 2 seconds faster per lap for 20 laps. That's a lot of time you can make up. Elliott still in 12th. Noah, yeah, like I said, he's back there a ways. He's still got a decent gap, but I would bring him in sooner than later. That's true. Maybe Blaney's thing this year is going to be getting great finishes with wrecked race cars. Oh, they're going to interview Tyler? Oh, they're going to, yep, they caught up with Tyler. Oh, yeah, I see all that damage now. It's on the nose. Woo! You can't have a loose wheel this late into a run. That's not how it works, Joey. I don't know. He can complain all he wants about a loose wheel, but if these lug nuts, I've never seen one come loose mid-run. If it comes off, it comes off quick. So, I don't know. I mean, heck, pit. I don't care. Wouldn't bother me a bit if he had to pit. He caused that crash that took out so many contenders, including his teammate. But, you know, I just don't think that's what it was. It would be a real shame. I just don't want a wheel to fall off. I just think, like, whatever the sensation is, it's going to be something unrelated. Oh, Kyle is coming. All right, 17 to go on the stage as we're watching currently. Stenhouse got into the wall in turn 3 and 4, so that's actually why he dropped a couple spots out of the top 10. Wasn't sure what that one was, but it looks like he's good. It doesn't look like he's got a flat, so able to keep on running with it, so that's always good to see. I mean, that you don't want to have it where they can just pound the fence, but you do want it so they can have a little bit of freedom to rub it if they absolutely are on the edge of control, you know? So that's, he's now running in the 11th spot, I believe. So Chastain, whoa, he opened that up a lot. What is going on? There are cars flipping and flopping all over the place. Scoring monitor is really struggling right now. 16 to go. Noah just went a lap down. I don't know what his crew chief is planning to do. Oh, Stenhouse just kissed the wall again. But I'm trying to see, is anyone else in risk of going a lap down? Chase Briscoe's right in front of him. He might be able to re-catch Briscoe, though, but he's lost enough of them spots unless he's going to get back up past him. I think Noah's best shot for the lead lap would have been to pit a few laps back and then get those fresh tires, because you can run about, at least 2 full seconds faster. Oh, are we really going to commercial? Oh, that's a bummer. So 15 to go on the stage. We're going to another commercial. Oh, yeah, I didn't see. Where is the 21? 22nd. Oh, boy. 44.6 to a... There we go. 44.6 to a 44.2. So, yeah, he needs to be able to catch up and get to Yaley and then Briscoe. Both of those guys are going to lose laps, along with McLeod. So he needs to pass those guys if he wants that free pass, which he's got the old tires, so if he can make them last, but he's going to have to take care of them. Yeah, the John Travolta ad is bad. So, yeah, I don't know about that pit strategy call. Like I like the aggressive call. I just would have, once this thing started going green and long, I would have pitted him with about 25 to go, 23 to go, and given him 20 laps to go get his lap back and give him a shot to stay on the lead lap, because now he doesn't have that shot. He's too far back. Twelve to go on the stage. As we're currently watching, Bowman has just made his way back by Byron, so that's the 7th and 8th position battle on the racetrack, 12 seconds behind the leader. And then up at the front, Kyle Busch still within about a 2-second gap of the leader, so Chastain has started to kind of open that gap up by a little bit. Joey Logano's pace is fine, so I don't think he has a wheel falling off. I think that might just be a little of that extra panic for fun. But yeah, so they were able to get that one figured out. Meanwhile, at the back of the field, I shouldn't say back of the field because it's not that far back there, but keeping an eye on Noah Gragson because he does need to stay in tow if he wants to catch that lucky dog. He's not going to get there, though. I think J.J. Ailey and Chase Briscoe will lose a lap by the time the end of the stage rolls around. So when that happens, he will have, unfortunately, he won't be there. Oh, here comes, wow, Buescher coming to the high side. Is he going to have enough to get there? Byron gave him some room, but it's going to cost Byron 2 spots there. And that is a perfect example of when to let a guy go. When Elliott was on his inside, had he just done a small little check and then been able to go low, he would have accepted that Elliott's going to take the spot, but instead, by staying high, he's now going to lose 2 extra spots. And that's a perfect example of why they like to do it that way, is just to, it gives you a chance to not lose more spots, which is exactly what's about to happen to the 24 here. Bubba running up on the fence. I thought he was bouncing, man. Whoo, that car was bouncing all over the place. I thought he might be in trouble, but it was just bouncing for fun. So 9 laps to go on the stage. Harvick has caught Hamlin for the 4th position, so we have a battle going here for 4th. Let's see how this battle shakes out. Man, Cody Ware is that far off the pace? That's bad, man. Yep, Harvick's going to pull low, and he will get the spot on Hamlin. 8 laps to go in the stage as we get going here. I believe Chastain is going to double up his point total on the day. All right, 8 laps to go here as we... Oh, that's the that's the camera that's destroyed. Yeah, so he's not seeing much out of that. Yeah, there we go. 8 laps to go, though. In the stage, it's Chastain got a 4-second gap, so his car on the long run really starting to pick up some speed. Man, that is impressive. Also, it looks like Daniel Suarez's car on the long run is very good as well, so keep an eye on both of those guys. Yeah, it's been a longer stage. I like it, though. I like a good long run. I just would love to see a green flag cycle at pit stops. Those are always fun to me because you can time them out and do different things, and I tend to like those. What the heck? The scoring monitor literally is broken. They can't figure out what it's doing. Here comes Harvick. He's going to be taking a look at the 22. 6 to go? Yeah, still 6 to go. 6 to go in the stage. Here goes Logano to the bottom. He's going to try and pull off into the corner. Harvick's going to take the middle. Harvick's going to take that spot from Logano, but he's going to be having his sights set on Kyle Busch. Look at those top 5. They all came together. Battle from second on back is fantastic right now. It's Logano, Harvick, Hamlin, Suarez, and Busch. All right, it's 5 to go. So 5 to go this time by. Chastain has pretty much run off with this one. He is setting a really crazy pace. All right, Harvick looking to the inside. He's going to try and get the spot from Kyle Busch. Not quite able to get there. Now Joey's going to poke back in line. Hamlin close behind that. Look at the battle on this racetrack. This is great, man. Corey LaJoy still in the top 10. Mike Joy with a good shout out to him. Right now it's 8, 22, 4, 11, and 99. All 5 of them just right nose to tail. 4 to go in the stage. It's like Elliott has moved past Alex Bowman. Bowman is trying to conserve some fuel. All right, Suarez is going to take a look to the inside of Hamlin. And he's going to try and side draft, so that will pretty much pull Hamlin too far back, I think. I don't think he'll have enough draft to stick with that pack now. All right, so as they currently run, it's going to... Ooh, Suarez pulled a really tough slider. I don't think that was a smart move. This has been a good send-off. It's been a pretty solid race. I would love to take back that stupid brake check on the restart that took out 4 cars just completely unnecessarily. But outside of that, the racing today has been really, really good. You can't really fault what we've seen racing-wise on the track. It's been really good. Man, Suarez and Hamlin are really going at it. 2 to go on the stage. And Suarez has found his way back to the top 5. Oh, big piece of trash on the 6 here. Now, that might stay on long enough that they can get to the stage. It's only a couple laps here. It's gone. All right, coming around on the last lap. Busch still holding second, so we'll see what Logano, Harvick, and Suarez do here with their pretty tight battle. Elliott has pulled away from Bowman, so that's not really a battle at this point. At this point, that's pretty much just running on his own. Bowman is under fire from both Dillon and Keselowski, so there is chance for some swapping of positions there. But Stage 2 will come to a close with Ross Chastain picking up the Stage 2 win. And 6 more seconds, and here they come. Looks like all single file. It'll be Busch, Logano, Harvick, Suarez rounding out our top 5, followed by Hamlin and Elliott, Bowman, Keselowski, and LaJoie. So Corey LaJoie getting some stage points today. It says LaJoie. Was LaJoie and Keselowski. Who fell? Oh, Dillon. Dillon lost 2 spots. So Dillon fell out of the stage points coming to the line there. So, tough. That's a tough break there. All right, pit stop's coming up here after the break. I'm going to throw in a commercial, and then I'm going to make my pit stop so we don't miss a thing. My mic got muted. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize you guys haven't heard any of what I just said. Any of it. Like, somehow got put on mute. So sorry about that. That's a bummer because I've literally been reading chats and everything. But dang, that sucks. I've been here the whole time reading chats and everything. Damn, I was talking about the 77, but I was kind of bummed because I don't like the caution because I feel like they could have, I feel like they could have easily gotten him in the backstretch opening, but instead they didn't. Was it Moffitt who muted it? Actually, yes. I actually brought him up to the mic, and I don't know if it ever got unmuted from that. So I brought him up to the mic because he was wandering around by my feet. So that might have been it. Oh my gosh, he's on the backstretch? He passed pit road. What was he doing? So yeah, Ty Dillon, I don't know. If your car dies, pull it in. You don't get penalized if you pull it in, but instead they decided to ride out and park on the track. Frustrating. All right, so they rode how many laps here to start stage 3? About 10 laps. So this is the same as when Gregson tried doing the pit strategy before, and it didn't really work out well for him. So they're going to come to pit road. I'm assuming most people will take 4, but if they're close on tire sets, they may only take 2, or you might see some people stay out. Yeah, with Noah losing the lap earlier, I don't see many people wanting to stay out here. Kyle Larson's going to stay out and take a wave around, or maybe not. I don't know how. He's 16 laps down still, so maybe he's going to try and catch some of those guys that are a couple laps down. All right, pretty good stop for Kyle. He's going to get out ahead of Kevin. Now we're going to have to keep an eye on the 1. Yeah, the 1 did not get out ahead. So it's going to be Kyle, Kevin, Suarez, and, oh, God, Elliott Screw once again when the chips are down. 3 positions lost. And the tires, all of them got 4 tires. Fox's monitor is messed up. So all of them did 4 tires and fuel. And so the 99 gets up 3 positions and into the top 5. Yep. What time is it now? 5 o'clock. Ooh. The other one's supposed to start at 7. Are they going to get that in? That Xfinity race is supposed to be tonight, but it's going to be close. That'll be tight. I hate this commercial. Oh, this is awful in my headphones. It, goes back and forth between left and right ear. I don't like that at all. All right, so under the current commercial break, still waiting for everything to come back. I kind of want to check our scoring here, though, quick, as we did have a cycle of green flag or yellow flag pit stops. Don't see any major movement within the field. Corey LaJoie, man, pit road's killing him. He's back to 17th. He's really run well today, but just keeps losing spots on that. Well, the good news is Joey's not on the front row, so we shouldn't have any more brake checks until he gets back up there. Alrighty. More commercials. Again, I don't mind yellow flag commercials. This is fine. I'm not missing anything, you know? He's not looking for his first win. He's won at Fontana before. Tony's good in the booth, but there is definitely a lack of energy. You need Larry Mack up there. All right, 56 to go. As they line up, it's going to be Busch high, Harvick low, Suarez high, Chastain low. And that'll be our front four. After that, of course, they start shaking out a little different. So as you go further back, it changes quite a bit. 56 laps to go. Let me check the Bob Pockrass official reporting on fuel window. Oh, I think I had it here. Gotta scroll back, Bob. Where's your tweets? Come on, Bob. You're my lifeline, Bob. There we go. Okay, so the fuel window is approximately 47 to 53 laps. So if you're aggressive enough and you're a guy who might be running somewhere back in, 26th position, you could, theoretically, try to stretch this on fuel. It's possible. But the other thing you got to remember is tires do mean a lot. So it might actually be faster to pit in the middle. So that'll be what it's going to take. Coming to the green flag. Here we go. And here we get to the green flag. Oh, Chastain's going to go to the bottom. Oh, Kevin Harvick's going to get absolutely shuffled here. Chastain left him out to dry, and he's all the way back to 5th. Could lose even more as they go into turns 3 and 4. Here comes Chastain. He's going to be looking for the lead on the inside of Kyle Busch. He is side by side, but that opens the door. Here comes Joey Logano. He's going low, but Chastain's going to shove him to the apron. Kyle looking high, but Logano's going to try and squeeze. There's not enough room. 3 wide. Chastain squeezes Logano. There was no room for Kyle Busch. Logano got squeezed high, and there was no room left for Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch losing 6 spots on the backstretch alone after that, almost squeezing into the wall. Meanwhile, Suarez up alongside now. So Chastain to the lead, Suarez and Logano for 2nd. Elliott 4th, and he's got a run. He's going to push Logano. Logano looks at... Oh, he almost looking at a shot for the lead, but he actually backed out of it. We've got 4 wide for 2nd. Kyle Busch going to get all those spots back. Man, Joey Logano, everyone's helping him. This is what I don't get. Logano will wreck people for wins and get all the help when the chips are down. Keselowski with a huge run down the front stretch. He's going to take a look here at Suarez. Meanwhile, Chastain and Busch are clean and away with the lead. Everyone's stacked up from Logano on back. Oh, look at these massive runs. Oh, my word. Kevin Harvick got shuffled all the way to 14th place. My word. Kevin Harvick had a great run going, got up front, but has had nothing but bad luck since. He has had so much trouble with the traffic. He now finds himself in 14th position. Big side draft from Logano and Suarez here. Okay, Bubba Wallace towards the back. Looks like there's a big old piece of debris on Gregson's hood. Not sure what happened there. Looks like we got a battle for the lead between Chastain and Kyle Busch. Suarez still side by side. Here comes Kyle. He's at the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to take a run at him. Coming up out of the corner. Doesn't have the run he needs to stay there, but he's going to be right in his toe. So he will get a draft. All right, so it's going to be Chastain. He's running up high. Busch is running a lane lower. And he's really in his draft now. He's right up on him coming down the straightaway. 50 laps to go. All right, the 8 car is trying to run high, but Chastain's looking to try and block that high outside lane. He's trying to get a good run there. All right, so right now Logano's starting to bring in those 2 leaders. Meanwhile, Elliott and Suarez are now side by side looking for 5th. Actually, 4th. That's the battle for 4th as they currently run. That battle for the lead is down to a 0.2 of a second battle. So it's getting close up front here. 48 laps to go. Now, as far as the current running order, or the current fuel window, they are currently about 3 laps outside the fuel window as they run. Kyle Busch, he's got to run. And as they go down the straightaway, he's getting closer. Kyle Busch, what a great move. He does a crossover, gets lower than Chastain, who was trying to slide in front of his air. And with 47 to go, we have got a very good battle for the lead started up here. Kevin Harvick is back up to 9th. That's right. Can't forget that. He is back up to 9th, so he's getting there. Meanwhile, the Hamlin-Suarez battle is getting very good back there for the 5th position. Hamlin will slide up and will take that 5th position. So the top 5 as they run, Chastain, Busch, Logano, Elliott, and Hamlin now. And right now, Harvick has rebounded back to the 9th position. Other notables, we have LaJoie, 15th. Last week's winner, 14th, with Stenhouse. And Burton, Briscoe, and Gibbs and Gilliland all hiding out at the back half of the top 20. A lot of guys are missing from the running order at this point. So let's see. Where is Mr. Gregson? 22nd. Pretty good lap time. I wanted to see if he was still competitive or if he's fallen off. I don't know if he damaged his car at all, though, either. All right, meanwhile, the battle up front has started to spread out. Chastain making a little bit of a gap. So 45 to go. Apparently, on TV, they say they can make it. I thought Bob said they could only go 53. That they got the green with 56 to go. So, I mean, it might be possible. It might be close, but we'll see how long they can make it run. All right, full screen green commercial, unfortunately. But I can keep an eye on our leaderboard, of course. Corey LaJoie has found his way back up to 14th. I mean, that Spire car had some speed today. That's fantastic to see. I'm excited for what the future of Spire Motorsports will be. And by the way, prediction, I didn't say this on any video yet, but my prediction for regular season champion is Chase Elliott. And I'll tell you, the biggest reason why is the no stage cautions at road courses means he's going to rack up more stage points there than he typically does. So normally he doesn't get many stage points there because, he pits before the stage ends. Well, now he's going to get those stage points. So if he gets taken out like he did, I think, almost every road course last year, he's going to at least have those stage points. That'll be a bonus. So I do think he's going to be the favorite, in my opinion, for regular season point title. This racing is interrupting my commercials. Kyle Busch down to a 0.4 of a second gap. He's there. Really, the front 6 are all pretty close. Harvick back to 9th. Hasn't made his way any further from that yet. LaJoie retakes 13th. Stenhouse 12th. So good runs for those guys. Noah still 24th. Lap times are getting a little better. I think he might have some damage of some kind. I'd have to double check, but I don't think he had anything. Denny Hamlin says he's having an issue. Bubba Wallace says he's having an issue. I don't think they're as bad as they think because their lap times are still really good. So unless there's an issue where they're just not handling the heat well, it could just be one of those things where you think something's happening. Because there's a lot of sand and dirt on that track. So as long as they can handle the sand and dirt, I think they'll be fine. Because, I mean, the lap time shows that they haven't lost any power yet. Okay, Bob says they should be able to make it, so we'll see. One more side-by-side ad is what they say, so that's good to know. 40 laps with one side-by-side ad is exactly what I like to hear. That's something I can live with. I can't live with Daytona standards that they had last week. That wasn't good enough. So Kyle Busch closing in on Ross Chastain. It does look a little like a Lowe's scheme, I'll give you that. Chastain really going to have to play some air blocking games going here. Kyle Busch 6 laps short on fuel. Okay, hold on. We can't have that. There's no way there's that big a difference. Okay, so no, they can't make it. They were all lying. They can't make it. That's what I thought. I thought that seemed a little weird that they all were perfectly good on going 10 extra laps on fuel. That seemed a little far-fetched in my opinion. Okay, so yeah, they're definitely going to want to come in and make that stop. So 38 to go, 33 laps into the stage, but they did pit already, so only 20 laps into this run. So like they say, 15 to go is splitting it from their last pit stop to the end. That's the assumption that it goes green. So if they do go green all the way, that's why you want to stop just about there. The other option you have, if you want a short pit, you can come in a little early, jump the track position, but then you have to hope you can hold them off. Now, luckily for most of these drivers, they are within a couple seconds of the leaders, all the way back to Suarez. So those guys have a shot to legitimately jump them by just pitting a lap or two early. Everyone else would have to pit a significant chunk early. I mean, you would have to have these guys pitting a significant gap early. Elliott has made his move to third, so that 9 car might be coming. I'm looking at the lap times. They're pretty good. '22 and the 11 are now battling for the 4th position. So Denny's car is coming to life. Joey's seems to be falling off. Truex, oh, I didn't notice that. He's back to 14th after being a couple laps down early. It's been a really good race, guys. I mean, I know, yeah, it ain't perfect. We've had a few weird things, but honestly, this is just what I would call a classic. This is a classic race. We got tire wear, sliding back and forth, methodical pit strategy. I mean, this is exactly what racing should look like on a regular basis. 35 to go, and a lot of them talk like they were going to pit around 25 laps to go. So they're going to have about 56 laps from the restart to the end of the race. So a lot of them are trying to split it to about 26 to 27 to go. That's about splitting it 50-50. All right, Joey Logano is coming. He's on the bottom of the track. Joey is coming to pit road. 35 to go, so he's coming in a lot early. Whoa, Chastain pulling a big block. He's all the way on the apron, but it's not enough. Kyle Busch to the inside. He's going to throttle up and pull the slider, take the air off the nose of the one. He's going to try to cross him over. He's there. No, he's not. He was not able to hold the side draft, so Kyle Busch to the lead. All right, so Joey Logano is in. He is going to pit early. He only had 20 laps on his car with 34 to go, so he will have a significantly longer run from here to the finish. Now, here comes Kyle. Here comes Chase. Okay, we've got it. Game on now. Chastain had a great entrance to pit road. We'll have to see. So they're coming in now with 33 to go. Chase goes to the lead. If I'm Chase Elliott, I'm running this to 27 to go. I don't see any reason to pit early because, yes, they will get out in front of you, but you're in clean track. You don't have to worry about lap traffic anymore. So what you want to do is get out there with your clean tires. That'll give you a chance to actually run faster at the end. Okay, so Busch and Chastain, neither of them sped. I'm a little shocked. All right, looks like Elliott's coming in this time, so just going to go a couple laps later. Not sure on that one. I mean, it is what it is. You can't fix it now, but I would have gone to 27 to go personally. Mark my words, I think the winner is going to be somebody that pitted with about 27-ish laps to go. Great stop on the 9. That was fast. He may pull out with the lead. Well, I shouldn't say the lead. He might pull out in front of those other cars. All right, so Hamlin in the lead. Suarez now second. As we look at the cars coming off of pit road, Joey is the first car, I believe, on new tires. Or is he? Oh, no, he's not. Chase beat him out. So Chase is the first car on new tires. Great stop by the 9 guys. That's huge. Oh, is Kyle ahead? No, he's not. Oh, hold on. Now I see it. Sorry. It updated really late. So, yes, it is Kyle, Chastain, then a 2-second gap back to Chase and Joey. Okay, there we go. That's better. I thought it was a little weird that I was like, man, they were ahead. How did they lose all that ground? So 31 to go as more and more guys are coming in. I love Hamlin's strategy here. He is going to lose a ton of track position, but when it comes down to time to race, he's going to have better tires than everybody else by a pretty decent chunk. I love it. Green flag stops, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I love to see. All right, so Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Harrison Burton, McDowell, Buescher, all them guys, those guys are not in competitive shots to win. So those aren't guys we have to look at as they might be able to come win this race. So Hamlin and Keselowski are the two big threats remaining when it comes to chances to win the race. That doesn't mean Burton has not a good car, but it's just mean I do mean that. But also what it's basically pointing out is those are the cars that by pulling this strategy might be able to win. Oh, he's coming. Well, I guess 29 to go isn't bad. I would have actually held Hamlin out one more lap past 26 or 27 to go. Cuz then you have about 10 full laps on the cars that you're going to be passing, and having that much fresher tires should help you. So meanwhile, I love the idea of running long if you're any of these cars. So if you're Keselowski, Burton, McDowell, Buescher, Gregson, Wallace, run it long because if a car comes out, or if a caution comes out, you can jump pit strategy. You have no shot to win otherwise, and I don't even think that even with fresh tires they'll have a shot to win, but it gives you a chance. So with 28 to go, I think for those guys, their best opportunity to win is to run as long as possible. So Harrison Burton is our leader because Brad Keselowski is in. So the 21 is leading the race. Hmm, 3 seconds. Okay. All right, 28 laps to go. Keselowski in, so it'll be Burton, McDowell, Hamlin. That's not right. That ticker has to update yet. Oh. So overheating on Bubba Wallace's car. Hamlin ends up cycling out in the 12th position, and his gap to Kyle Busch is roughly 12 seconds. So in 27 laps, he has to make up 12 seconds of track time. Now, it may sound crazy, but he might be able to do it. The lap time for Kyle Busch right now is 41.7. The lap time for Denny Hamlin is going to be closer to a 41 flat. Half a second a lap for 20 straight laps, that's 10 seconds. For another 7 laps, that's another 2 seconds. That's 12 seconds. So there's a good chance Denny Hamlin has a chance to get there. So I know right now it doesn't look like it. But as the run goes on, that's when you'll be able to tell if he's got a shot to get there or not. '23 is going to the garage with the overheating issue. All right, so the 34 is now the leader, but Kyle Busch has pulled away by 2.2 seconds. It's all coming down probably to the 8, the 9, and the 11. Because as far as I can tell, the 22 doesn't have the lap time to catch him. All right, Gregson has finally pitted. So Kyle Busch is running away with it. But like I said, Denny Hamlin's the guy to watch. Because Denny Hamlin is currently the fastest car on the racetrack. I love the call for McDowell, though. This is the right call to make. Yes, you're not going to win the race on this call unless there's a caution. But give yourself a shot. This is McDowell's best shot to really salvage a great finish out of today. And instead of just, coming in with everybody else and accepting a 24th to 21st place finish, he said, no, we're going to give it a shot. We're going to hope and see what happens. We're going to give it a shot and see what becomes of it. So McDowell's going to stay out as long as he can. Meanwhile, out front, Busch has now eclipsed a still a 2.2 second lead. But Elliott has closed in on Chastain. So it's going to be Elliott and Chastain battling for the third spot, which will be second once the pit stop sequence takes place. Kyle Busch passed there. He's got now a 2.2 second lead still. Yes, 2.2. Harvick's 10 seconds back. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know that Harvick's going to close the gap with his tires. If Harvick had like brand new tires or something, he might have a shot, but his tires are just too old to gather that much gap. Yes, Elliott has the rookie stripe. I don't understand why. He does need, if he wants to have a shot to go catch Kyle, he needs to get that taken care of, though. Meanwhile, so McDowell's still running out top, but he's not going to be able to hold the lead. Even, I mean, just lap time-wise, he's not going to be able to hold it. All right, Elliott to the inside of Chastain. I saw it happening, but then they cut away. Hamlin's 9 seconds. He's still within range. At half a second a lap, he will still get there. 42.3. All right, pass for the lead. Kyle Busch going to go back past. I don't know why they cut away from the 4-wide thing happening for the second position, because that wasn't going to be much of a battle. I don't know. This is where Fox has a problem. This is where you put both battles on the screen because it's important. But I guess not, because, you know, that would be silly for some reason. So, whatever. I'm trying to see where the position running is, because now Chastain and great. So there's a battle, and they're showing a close-up on a single car. Cool. That's cool. Okay. So 20 to go. I would love to have seen the battle, but they're too focused on one car. So anyway, that battle took place. Now, we got to keep an eye on the scoring monitor. This is supposed to be a side-by-side. Okay, here we go. Is that battle? Good gosh, Fox. Is that battle still happening? I can't see. Yeah, see, this is the type of thing where a broadcast needs to know what to do. All right, so yes, the battle has basically subsided between between Chastain and Elliott. Elliott got by. So it's going to be, he's not going to have enough time. 3.3 seconds and 19 laps is an awful lot to ask. Plus, they're coming up on McDowell now, so he's going to have to get past him as well. So the only other one that can get there right now is Hamlin. He's got it down to 10 seconds with 20 to go. He's going to have to pick up the pace, though. He's currently running 42.3s to 42.3s. So he's almost running the same pace as Kyle Busch, and you got to be running about half a second faster. Now, he still will gain some spots here. Don't get me wrong. He will be able to gain some spots. Joey Logano is off the pace, by the way. Him pitting early apparently really screwed him up, because he is all the way back to... Oh, no. Do we have a caution coming? William Byron is slow on the apron. I really don't want to caution. Let's this thing run out the right way. So the 11 is getting down to the 22. Should be passing him in a couple laps probably. Yep, he's got him now. All right, so yeah, 22 really fell off late in this race. That did not hold on well. Let's see. Harvick is 8 seconds out. Yeah, he's just not got the pace that they're going to need to get back there. I don't think he's going to have enough. All right, so it's going to be Busch, Elliott, Chastain. McDowell has yet to pit. 17 to go. So like I said, if a caution comes out, this is a lifesaver. McDowell would pit from 4th, which would be huge. Like I said, I think a lot of people should try that strategy. It's worth the gamble. I mean, a win gets you in the playoffs. If you're running, good grief, 26th. Oh, sorry, that's Blaney. So you're running 19th. I mean, 19th versus a win is huge. You got to take the shot. You got nothing to lose, you know? McDowell has a risk of losing 3 spots, but the potential to, win or get a top 5. You got to take those shots. Meanwhile, Austin Dillon going to work on Kevin Harvick. That is a battle for the 5th position until McDowell pits. Then it'll be a battle for 4th. But RCR showing up with some early season speed. That's incredible. Oh, is the 34 trying to stay out the whole time? Oh, that's actually kind of neat. I'd be interested to see if he makes it. Yeah, absolutely. I agree, Denny Fan. It was a great gamble for the 34. Like, if you're going to take a shot, that's the right shot to take. He's got a 4-second lead for Kyle, so he's in great shape. It looks like Denny may close the gap, but it's not going to be near fast enough, so. Meanwhile, Chastain's car has fallen off late in this race. So at 14 laps to go, it's going to be a 4.2 second gap back to Chase Elliott. And then the current car on the run, Denny Hamlin, but he's actually lost time to the leader. So he will be able to probably find his way up to the 4th position, but that is about as far as I see him going. I don't think he's going to go much farther than that. So decent call, but I think with Hamlin, it was you might catch a yellow at the right time. Worth a gamble, but outside of that, I think he would have had to stay out a lot longer for it to be worth it. And again, McDowell, can't fault him at all. What a call! Like, that's the right call to make. Give yourself a shot. All right, Keselowski now looking to the inside of Joey Logano. He is pretty well clear for that spot, so he will get the 10th position. Well, actually, it's the 9th or 8th position now. They just passed McDowell. Ooh, that was tight. Kyle Busch, that was close. Whoo! No, Hamlin, at this point, it's too late. Like I said, he'll catch Harvick for 4th, but that's the extent. All right, so with 11 laps to go. Yeah, Chastain has really fallen off. I mean, he's fallen back, but I don't think Chastain is in danger of losing another 5 full seconds back to Hamlin. So I think he'll be all right. But like I said, Hamlin's got fresh enough tires. I think he can get Harvick, but that's as far up as I think he's going to be able to get without some type of, crazy outside circumstance happening. No, he's not. Fox said he had already pitted. He has not. McDowell has not pitted. Do not listen to them. They are wrong. McDowell did not pit yet. So they're saying he already pitted and came out 12th. He did not. He did not pit. All right, so as we currently run, I'm showing a couple of good runs I want to shout out in the top 10. Austin Dillon running in the 8th spot. Brad Keselowski in 7th. Good job for both those guys. At the back half, Martin Truex Jr. has rebounded from 2 laps down to run 11th as they currently run. Chris Buescher in 12th. McDowell 13th, but falling as they are still trying to stretch that fuel. And then it's Stenhouse, LaJoy, Jones, Gibbs, Burton, and Gilliland. Gregson 22nd, a lap down. I think he must have done something to his car. He's got 42.9 on his clock. That's pretty quick. So maybe not. I'm trying to find out if that's what happened or not. As we come around to 7 to go. And this is a classic Fontana finish at the moment. Oh, he just got in way too hard. Hamlin got up along the wall. Well, how's he running? Still running in 7th. So even though with that little contact, he lost some speed for sure, but he didn't trash the car. So he'll still be able to get a top 10 finish out of this. All right, so as we're watching it here, 6 laps to go, and Hamlin, I'm not sure, he's rebounding, trying to get back up there. No real challenge up at the front. The only real battle I'm seeing is for the 5th spot between Keselowski, Harvick, Hamlin, and Dillon is closing in on that battle as well. And Briscoe has just sort of ran like crap all day and found his way to 20th. I mean, it ain't great, but it's a finish. So that's one of those days you plugged away and got points that give you a shot to get in. Because without points, without a win, I don't know that Briscoe would have gotten in last year. Oh, Keselowski in the wall. He got off of it. It looks like he just missed the entrance. Yep, he just made a mistake. So not a tire issue, but he got off into that corner and just rode the wall for a decent little chunk, trying to really push it to see if he could get there. Four to go. This time by. All right, meanwhile, Daniel Suarez running 4th, kind of uncontested, getting left alone. Good run for him. Rebounded and has really run well today. All right, now with 3 to go now, with Kyle Busch running up on the high side of the racetrack, and he is the fastest car on the track, so nothing to worry about there. Denny may still come back and get Kevin. I don't know if he's going to have time to get back to Suarez after that wall contact, but he is faster at the moment and within a half a second of him. So coming to that line, he may have a shot. But coming around, going to be 2 laps to go when Kyle Busch gets to the line. And he's 2 laps from his first win with RCR and extending his win per season streak. Oh, wait, that was 3 to go. Sorry, I thought I was there. Yes, Truex did get by Logano, so Truex back to the top 10. Coming around back to 2 to go this time by. Got to give a shout out to another guy. Corey LaJoy, 14th position. Really just kept his car clean all day long. Put a good solid run together for Corey. 2 to go. Coming around to the white flag. This time by... Oh, Logano got back past Truex now. White flag for Kyle Busch. .43.6. So, yeah, Hamlin still has a shot at Harvick. We'll see. That'll be the only real battle on the racetrack as we come around to the finish. So, Kyle Busch with the lead as they head down the backstretch for the final time. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Kyle Busch, in only his second start for RCR, is going to find his way to victory lane. Impressive. Let's go. So great run for Kyle today. It's going to be Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, and Kevin Harvick in the top 5. Hamlin, Keselowski, Bowman, Dillon, and Logano rounding out the top 10. I thought Truex was going to be able to hold that spot. Didn't quite hold it. Great runs today, though, for Stenhouse, Buescher, LaJoie, Burton. Ty Gibbs bringing it home in 16th. Just kept it clean all day. So didn't make a lot of noise, but stayed out of trouble. McDowell stretches it, by the way, all the way to the end of the race and finishes 18th. He did not pit. So that's impressive. 18th position for Michael McDowell. Definitely worth the gamble. Worst case scenario, you end up 18th. Best case scenario, you potentially win a race. And then you get back here, you got Eric Jones. I thought he had a better car than that. I'm not sure what happened to him late in the race. Briscoe, 20th. Haley, 21st. Gregson, 22nd. Then it's Yaley, McLeod. Byron had a tough end of that race. Blaney obviously had a lot of damage, but limps it home to a 26th place finish. Ware back here as well. Cindric was involved in an incident. Kyle Larson plugged around all day, gained 2 laps over that whole day, but gains about 10 spots in the points. We'll see if that comes into play later in the season. But meanwhile, we're watching Kyle Busch do his burnout on the front stretch. He'll do the final burnout on the 2-mile configuration of Auto Club Speedway, the site of his first career win. I have that diecast. It's a cool, cool car. And needless to say, I'll probably be getting a Lucas Oil number 8 as well. So very cool for Kyle Busch to have snagged the win today. Good run. I'm pretty impressed, though. Chase Elliott did not look like he had a good car early in the day. And for him to come around and really have a pretty decent car towards the end of the day and finish second, like, you had a shot to win if a caution comes out or something weird happens, but at the end of the day, you took what was available and got the points. So Kyle Busch out of the car, I can't help but be happy after last week. I thought he was going to get that 500. I don't hear a lot of boos. I hear a lot of cheers, guys. I think a lot of people like that he got back in the Chevys instead of the Toyotas. That's a lot of noise. I think Kyle Busch is coming back to the popular side, guys. Just like Earnhardt. Solid race. I don't know. This is one that I think a lot of people will think is maybe boring because of the way it finished. I thought this was a perfectly acceptable race. I think this is the type of race that as time goes on, I am perfectly willing to take a lump sum of these races that just play out naturally. The guy that was the best wins the race because of how they ran and the strategy they called and all those things. This is the perfect example of a race where if a green-white checker comes out and then they all pile up in the corner and Alex Bowman wins, everyone looks back and says, for a week they say, what a crazy race. And a year later, nobody can remember it because it was all carnage and chaos versus good, authentic racing. So very cool to see. And yes, the diecast will be offered at rasdiecast.com along with all the Daytona diecast. It'll be Eric Almirola's dual win, Joey Logano's dual win. We'll have Zane Smith's truck win. We'll have the Austin Hill Xfinity win. We'll have Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s Daytona 500 winning diecast available on the site as well. And now we're going to add Kyle Busch's Fontana race win as well. He almost said Camry. And just like that, Kyle Busch is second in the points and locked into the playoffs. Oh, currently, AJ Allmendinger has 1 point on the season. That's rough. Or is that today? Oh, that's just today. This is how many points they earned today. Okay. So Elliott earned 40 points today. Good, solid day. And when you go to the standings, it'll be there too. I think that's a good call. Kyle Busch needed a change of scenery. And Randall Burnett and Kyle Busch, like I said, guys, he's going to be out there, and he's going to win. I would be shocked if he doesn't win 5 races this year. That's how good he is. Give him 5 wins this year, I would not be surprised. And Kyle Busch, hopefully, in my opinion, I want to see him go for catching Jimmy Johnson's 83 or 84. All right, now we're going to listen to Chase Elliott's interview from the second spot. Drinking a Coke. Ugh. Coca-Cola. Put that bottle down. They still don't have it on the uniform. Alrighty, well, I think that's all their post race coverage. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to look at the Bob Pockrass Twitter update to find out exactly when the Xfinity race is going to start. But we will have another stream. Let's see here. Where are you, Mr. Bob? Kyle Busch is now the all-time leader in consecutive seasons with a win. He sets it at 19 consecutive seasons winning a race. That's impressive. That is an impressive streak. 19 straight years Kyle Busch has won a race. That's a very impressive streak. Jimmy Johnson didn't do it. Dale Earnhardt didn't do it. Richard Petty didn't do it. This is showing Kyle Busch is an all-time great, and if you don't like it, that's too bad. It's the truth. All right, so I'm looking here to see if I can get an update from Bob exactly when the green flag is expected, because they said originally it was supposed to be at 8 Eastern, which is only an hour, so that's a real short turnaround to try and get all the pit boxes set up. So I'm thinking they might have to push that back an extra half hour or so. So I'm trying to see if there's any update on that. But stay tuned to the channel. I will have it set. Make sure your notifications are on. And when the next one starts, you will see it. It's going to be, like I said, totally separate stream that will take place. So just have that ready. Also, you can just find the channel here in about 2 hours or so, and should have the live stream coverage on there. So other than that, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the race today. I thought it was a fantastic, just a good classic Auto Club race. I have nothing to complain about. This is the kind of stuff that I love to see. You know, as much as, you know, crashes can be an entertainment to some degree, you know, utter carnage to finish races has never been my thing. I love seeing races play out like this, because if I look at this top 10, you know, all these guys earned their finishes up there today, and I don't have to say, oh, they lucked into this or lucked into that. You know, luck plays a small role throughout a season. I just don't like it playing the big role all the time. I like it when it's a race just like this, where each driver that finished where they finished earned their spot, and I really like that. So anyway, guys, stay tuned to the channel. We will start the Xfinity stream here in roughly an hour, hour and a half, and make sure your notification bell is on. So other than that, guys, thanks for watching the video today. We'll see you in the next stream and later in the week in the next and upcoming diecast reviews.